What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Millennial ManCave. It's our podcast, and of course, it's still hockey time. I'm back from the Dominican Republic. The boys back here, round table. Guys, who's here today?
Matza Mike back in the house.
Native Man Nid is back.
Chef Tom.
And Polar Bear Steve rounding it out.
Well, boys, another round. How do we do? Let's look into it.
Not good, eh?
Not good, eh?
The picks are not great.
For some.
I'm the leader of that charge.
Nostradamus Jeff over here. Right.
All right, guys, let's start off from that Eastern Conference. We've always gone that way. So, the first series, of course, the Rangers and the Sens. This was an interesting one, I gotta say. I'm gonna give right now props to Mike, right away, for the only one that he called.
Let's start big. Let's start with a good success story. So thank you, Jeff. I'm proud of that pick.
I'm gonna start right away. The Cinderella story continues. I find it super hard to believe that the Sens were able to knock off the Rangers.
Doesn't make sense.
I don't
I
get
mean,
it.
I get it, personally. They're playing well. They have a good, solid D.
Jean-Gabriel Lemieux.
Fucking Pajot. That's
Pajot's
why they're
8 goals, man.
That
I
is
don't know
why
where this guy
they're
came
in
from.
the finals.
So, I mean, the Sens are pretty interesting for me. Like, Bobby Ryan has turned a corner here, showing that he can play hockey again.
The one that Mike gave up on.
He has, Steve.
I mean, he's a second overall pick. The guy had an absolute garbage year.
7 million, 25 points.
Yeah, and here he comes turning it around.
Well spent.
I mean, it's interesting to see, like, Craig Anderson played on his head that series.
Oh, God, yeah.
Lundqvist,
He didn't play in his head.
He played solid.
They
He
bailed
made
him out.
big
a little bit.
saves
Carlson
when he
kinda
had to.
Played on his,
Like, wasn't
fucking
most of those
life.
games like 4-goal games, like by each goalie?
But when it came to the last scramble, Anderson was there for the
I
big
know.
save.
He was solid in OTs and in
But
third
it was a
period,
much
for
more
sure.
high-scoring series.
Affair
than I
than,
Especially
thought.
yeah,
game
I,
6,
more
too.
than
He
I
was
ever
solid.
thought it would be. And I mean, I think the interesting thing is now, as they were talking about that, like, the Sens have now become that shutdown system team of boring hockey. Like, it came
is
out to the
pretty
point
boring.
where their owner has literally said, meh, we suck,
Well,
like, watching, but we win.
That's,
So,
that's their coach, right?
Guy Boucher.
Yeah, Guy Boucher.
It's okay.
He loves
They got
the
God
131.
on this side. They're fine.
yeah, oh, yeah, Eric Carlson
Oh, God,
just...
yeah.
You know what I don't understand? Do you find it weird that they came out and said he's playing with said injury?
No,
before
Not
it was always-
them.
Yeah.
I don't
himself.
know. He himself came
And,
out.
well,
Never
we
seen that
discussed on the
before.
last podcast. Like we
Just
said, like
cut those
against
through.
especially guys like the Rangers who like to grind it out. You really want to tell them, oh, by the way, my heel is like
You
destroyed.
may as well draw a bullseye on yourself.
Yeah.
No, clearly hasn't stopped him.
But
Get the right ankle, guys.
The
Right
right one.
I'm even pointing it to you
Yeah.
right here
I
during
know.
the game.
You see him going for the hack on the left side. No, the right one, man.
wrong
What's
one,
wrong
man.
with you?
Hit it harder. Come on.
Just a straight challenge. But I mean, watching that series, like you watch Ottawa, they got one guy high. They let the team just try and break to the zone, and they got 4 guys holding the blue line. Like this to me is like the New Jersey Devils trap.
It's like 1-4, not even
And,
1-3-1.
yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
boring
Their
hockey,
team is
man.
built for that, though. I mean, give them credit.
I know they're
guess.
fast too. It's like they
But
can
that's
counter,
their
they can
thing,
counter-check,
right?
too.
They're fast, but they seem to give up. Like, if you can penetrate that neutral zone, you get your breaks, your breakaways.
Yeah.
New York Rangers had a bunch of breakaways against Ottawa, so if you can get
They
past
just didn't bury.
that blue line, they can't. They don't have the speed to
It's
catch
kind
up
of
to
hard
them.
to get past 4 guys when they'll line up at like the
No,
blue
but they
line.
do. You see how many breakaways New York had in that. in
They
that
had
series.
quite a few. The thing is,
Rushes. That's
Still
true.
blows
They
my
did.
mind.
but like you look at that, like I think Lundqvist, he wasn't as strong as he was in the previous series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Which
think.
I did mention, Steve.
Of
And you gave
course.
me shit about that one.
No, but I mean,
He
like,
put Montreal to bed. So.
but that's what I mean. Like, look at how much better he played. I mean, he had some games where he looked half decent, but I think
Yeah.
he didn't have the same consistency he did in the previous one. So maybe this is Lundqvist finally showing his age.
Yeah, that was
He
my
can't
point
go
all
that
along.
stretch,
He's not
right?
King Henrik going to get 3 of 4 wins or shutouts. Like he's not going to win you a series by himself anymore. That was kind of
Well, I
my
don't
point.
even think
Maybe
it was
started the decline.
Lundqvist's fault that they lost. They just
No,
made,
no.
they
No,
made a bunch
no.
of dumbhead plays.
Yeah, I think. Well, the
When they
Rangers.
blew that lead against Ottawa in that game 5 or game 4.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
They
The-
lost in overtime that game.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
The Rangers couldn't finish it out, man. They weren't getting the scoring when they needed it. Like, they were hitting a post, Anderson with a big save, or the Ottawa defense just shutting guys down. I mean, the forwards have bought into that system of coming back and playing a full-team defense, and, that will piss off a lot of teams most times, and,
It just gets annoying to play against.
And
Like,
that's what it
especially when you're
is.
in the third period and it's like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that they have one guy, like 2 guys doing the scoring for them, and that's getting it done.
It's-
Like,
yeah.
Joe and Ryan, basically the only one carrying that.
And
Well,
of course,
Carlson-
you got to
Carlson
mention
too.
Carlson.
Yeah,
He's
God,
been playing
okay.
fantastic. I agree. The comments are completely excessive. He's not gone.
Also,
Carlson
What?
created hockey, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he's playing, you might think it.
But I can admit when a guy's playing amazing, even if he's on a team that
Well,
I can't
Turris is a
stand.
guy that's also really stepped up.
No, he's on a tear right now, man.
Carlson's
Like,
on fire.
yeah.
You gotta admit, he creates a lot of that offense. He plays 25, 30 minutes a game. I mean,
On a broken leg.
I wish he
pretty
was
much.
on my team. Like, he's fantastic.
Yeah, no, he's pretty
He's
good.
on our
As
team.
much as we talk shit about him, he's
Yeah.
a good defenseman.
I
It's
mean,
funny that Sweden's kind of become like the powerhouse of defense
Victor.
now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
outside
Victor
Canada,
Hedman, yeah.
hey, all I'm saying is at least look going after Callie Rosen.
It's been and that
And
other guy.
Philip Holm.
Yes. Do it,
Their
Leafs.
team, they're line mates in the SHL's top team
I
right
absolutely
now.
love it, and both of them destroyed it this past season, and they're playing for Sweden right now.
Yeah, in the world.
it's
So-
amazing
But
to
yeah,
see.
defense has been like Sweden has been like a defense factor over the past like 15 years.
It's been their
been
calling card.
wonderful,
Like, it went
yeah,
from like
right?
the Sundin, Forsberg, Alfredson era.
Yeah,
Not to mention
right.
Lidstrom.
Interesting how that shift just happened.
What's that?
Not to mention Lidstrom.
Yeah.
Look at
Hall
a
of
guy like
Famer.
Anton
We
Strawman.
got
How
Strawman.
effective is
But
that
yeah,
guy in
there's
NHL?
no way.
Former Leaf, by the way.
Unreal,
That
man.
always pisses me off.
I know.
I hate that we just didn't keep him, didn't give him the chance.
It didn't work out when he was in Toronto though.
Yeah, but the Leafs
He was
were
like-
It was
notorious
bad
for
No
that.
player
timing.
works out when they're in
Bad
Toronto.
place, bad time. I guess.
Pre-Matthews.
Yeah, it's also
Wrong
like
place, wrong
I
time.
hate to say it, like Toulouse. Okay, I wasn't a huge fan, but the guy also scored 20 goals in Carolina a couple seasons. So I mean,
You mean porn star Toulouse?
yeah, porn star Toulouse. That's the guy.
You say the same thing
Back-
about
back page to lose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stallberg as well, right? Ex-Leaf.
Stallberg.
But I
Doesn't
mean,
do shit
hey,
at all.
is he not on Ottawa right now?
He
Part of
is,
this
yeah.
run.
He is on
Yeah.
Ottawa right now.
He is.
He's
Yeah, he was a
Absolutely
great
is,
acquisition,
man.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was one of their
he was a trade
deadline guys.
guy.
I mean,
Broussard,
Stallberg.
Stallberg didn't become that guy I
Burrows.
think he was supposed
I
to,
don't know
but
how-
he's an effective third line, fourth line guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know how
You know?
Ottawa's doing it with that offense.
Also,
I mean, I love their defense, but who's
Like-
their best forward?
Well,
Joe?
I couldn't.
Oh, might now Bobby Ryan.
I couldn't stand all
Well,
that
I don't know.
attention when Chris Neal came in the back of the lineup. Oh, that's the reason why they won.
Oh
That
my
took a 10-minute
God.
misconduct. He played 2 minutes in that
Yeah,
game.
he
Not
played
helping
2
the
minutes.
team
Fuck
at
off.
all.
I think you gotta like Ottawa's not half bad, man. 'Cause you gotta look at guys like Stone's still there. We have like Nick said, Turris,
Hoffman,
who's that guy's a 30-goal scorer.
But Hoffman hasn't been
Well, you got
pretty quiet
Broussard
in
too.
these playoffs,
Broussard is
though.
actually like
That's what I mean.
he's a
There's no
playoff
standout
guy.
super-
But
Broussard in this
Broussard,
team.
I feel like so we had the Zibanejad versus
Yeah,
Broussard
exactly,
conversation.
yeah.
I still feel like Zibanejad outplayed him in the series.
Arguably, yeah, Zibanejad
Yeah.
was the better of
He
those
had a
two.
couple
And
goals
he's
in the
only like what,
series.
22, 23, so he
Oh,
still has
yeah,
room
like,
to
He's got a lot more
grow.
creativity
Exactly.
here, so-
That
Yeah.
too. And Swedish.
And
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Nonetheless,
Fucking
right?
Swedes.
Yeah.
But boys, let's see how we did in this. So I'll start off with myself. I picked Rangers in 6. So I was wrong. I called the games. So it's got like a half point. Nid,
Means nothing.
Nid
That's a
sends in
stretch.
6. So it's a perfect score, my friend.
Hey.
You're a bad Leaf fan.
Yeah. Matza Mike sends in 6.
I thought Mike was the
A
only one that
perfect
got on
score.
No, I got it.
Steve, Rangers in 5.
it. Yeah, that didn't work
No,
out.
that didn't work out well at all.
And Tom, Rangers in 5.
Fuck.
So
No,
we got 2 perfects. So good job, boys. That's not too
Good
bad.
job, Nid.
Good job, Mike.
Let's jump into the series.
Oh, God.
The
Is that
Caps.
what we're calling
the,
it?
Can I go
Is this-
home now?
the Caps and Pens.
Don't feel bad, Mike. I picked Calgary in 4.
Yeah, it's your turn
Yeah.
now.
There's worse things out there.
I have to say, guys, I don't know. Even though that series went 7 games,
Yeah.
it was phenomenal.
It was fantastic.
It was a
It-
great
it-
series.
it-
Pittsburgh
yeah,
and
like
Washington is always a great
It
series.
It
of
came
watching
as
runs.
advertised. For Washington to dig deep down 3-1
Yeah.
and scratch out
Yeah.
to game 7, even though 7, I feel
And
like they look like
It
crap.
looked like the series was
Oh,
over, too, at
God.
3-1.
Like,
It looked
7
like they were napping,
Yeah.
pretty
yeah,
much.
7 they look horrible. Like, what the hell is Barry Trotz thinking when Ovechkin has the 7th most minutes among forwards that game?
Okay, Ovechkin's taking a lot of heat in the media
think he's gonna-
lately. And, like, the guy is playing on,
Well, he
like,
was
half
on
a
for
leg.
both goals
I really
against.
think that he really did get injured against
I
Calgary.
Oh,
believe
no,
it,
he
too.
And,
definitely
like,
believe it,
did.
his
too.
fiance
He
or
definitely
wife
did.
or whoever she is
Posted a
that
picture.
picture of his,
Yeah.
like, his black leg.
His wife, girlfriend,
Whatever.
whoever it is, I don't know.
Whatever.
One
I
night
don't
stand,
know.
whatever.
I don't know the technical, if he's fiance or whatever, but it was like his leg was all black.
It was bad.
So, like, the guy was playing, like, you gotta give him credit for playing through that instead of just saying, oh, he's a bum and he can't lead the team.
Yeah,
and
but
he's
that's not an
good.
excuse. Come on,
He's
how
still
many
got-
guys are playing with injuries right
Carlson
now?
with a fractured heel.
Exactly.
I know,
That's
but when
one
you're-
of.
When your whole leg is bruised, I mean, you're not gonna have that, like, that fire, like, that jump that you usually have.
He still did pretty good.
But I
dude.
mean,
But he got,
During
what,
the
5 or
playoffs.
6 points in that
He
series?
did. I know.
And,
he
like,
still
I
got
was
like
wa-
12 points in
Well,
like,
that's
the playoffs
that,
right now.
that's the
still pretty
thing. But
good.
Washington had those couple explosive games that guys got all their points in.
Yep.
Like, what was it? Game 6 when they dominated, it was like 5-1 or something.
Oh, it was like 7
7
something.
something.
Like
Yeah.
a 7
Well,
split
I was
off.
watching this in Dominican, man. Like, I'm chilling. I'm waiting for the fiance to get her ass in gear and go out to dinner and, flip the game on. I'm watching this shit like, what the hell is going on right now, man? Like, Pittsburgh looked flat.
That was a reckless
They
game.
looked flat.
It's true.
Like,
They
you
did
watch, like, Burakovsky scored a wicked goal that game.
In their own
Hold
house
out.
too, they didn't come out to play.
You know what? I
That
thought
is so
for sure that
surprising.
when it went 6 back to Pittsburgh, that they would clinch. It would be done.
I thought Pittsburgh.
I
would
thought for
clinch it.
sure.
Yeah,
But then
I
watching
that was
Washington
arguably
dominate.
Washington's best game of
That
the series.
was
Yeah,
the
it
best
was.
game, actually. Yeah.
100%.
I thought after that rout, that was the beginning of the end for Pittsburgh because
Oh,
their
yeah.
D was just getting run down at that point.
Planted the
And
seed
then
of doubt.
exactly,
Yeah.
and then Crosby
I
got
honestly
hit in the
thought that
head
was the turning
again. It
point.
was like.
And it
so-
looked
wish
like it
it
was
was
going to
a
happen.
turning
I thought Crosby going like head first into boards. That was the series.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah, as
discussion
soon as
about
Crosby went down, it was like, oh, okay,
why he
it's
didn't
Cap's time now.
But, like, especially concussion, like, Crosby with all of his concussions, so for him to not to go to the concussion protocol, like, even Washington was calling that out, like, what's that about? How can Crosby
But
stay in the game?
on the flip side, because he's had so much experience with those, you feel like he would know if he can go or not.
But I
right?
think it's not up to him. Concussion spotters will
Yeah,
call a
protocol
guy off
It's
the
I
ice.
know,
protocol,
but-
yeah,
no,
that's
but
why
the
they
proto-
don't leave it up to the
the
player.
protocol is only for hits and fights. It's not for
No,
crashing
it's for
into the
for
boards.
any head trauma at all. So if a player hits his head on the ice,
I feel like Crosby made that decision by himself.
What?
And then the trainers
the
were
trainer
just
probably
like,
said
okay.
you shouldn't go, and he's
No.
like, "Screw it, it's game 5,
so
game 6, I'm going out."
so
there."
no, they verified. They talked to the
Yeah.
concussion spotter, and he said, "No, I didn't feel like it was necessary for him to come out because if he made the choice, he has to come out. It's not up to
Because
the
they
player."
look for certain signs on how they react. I think it was fine.
Well,
But it's always.
it was kind of a weird
It's always
fall.
you don't feel it right when it happens. It's like
No.
when you sprain your ankle doing like a game. It's like
Yeah.
you don't feel it,
Yeah,
and
it
then
swells
the
up
next
later.
day, then it swells up like 20 times.
Exactly.
No, then the headache started. Like
Exactly.
I had a concussion. Like you remember back in soccer,
Yep.
like going up for a header, a guy elbows me in the back of the head. I remember waking up on the floor and I felt fine. But then when I went to the hospital later, they're telling me like, yeah, you're probably concussed. The next 3 days, I had headaches nonstop.
Oh, shit.
So I mean, like, it's definitely not something like Nid said. If you feel it right away, that
Yeah.
you're gonna know that you're
That's how
concussed.
concussions are.
It's a tough injury, and I mean,
That's
look at
why
Clark
they, That's why
MacArthur,
they put
right?
it in someone else's hands.
Interestingly enough, they were having some articles about MacArthur and Crosby and about how it's all been neck related.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
apparently MacArthur, the last treatment that he went for, that he said kind of turned everything around for him, was actually a neck fix.
Oh, shit.
They went in and they cracked, like he had one of his vertebrae in the back of his
Hinge?
neck that was slightly out,
Oh,
and
I feel that.
when they popped it back in, all of his headaches went away.
wow.
So it's pretty
know
interesting. So I
this.
mean, possibly something that sports
He
are
seemed to
looking
play
into now,
through it
right?
Pretty well. So
Hey man, you
Crosby
know,
had a
Crosby
good
came
series,
back,
no matter
MacArthur's
what,
back
yeah.
into it. Let's hope these concussions stop. But
Yeah.
a great series nonetheless. I think
It
you
was a
can't
great series.
you can't like put down Holtby for what he did. Marc-Andre Fleury had some great games.
he's
God, he
still,
was on
he's
fire.
still
I
there.
mean,
Fleury
He was
stole the
on
series
fire.
pretty much. Oh my
It
God.
was an
Yeah.
incredible series,
That's an
man.
understatement, in my
Yeah.
opinion. He was on crack, if you ask me. But
Yeah, he stole a lot of those games.
He
I'm not
He
gonna lie.
did.
And it's shocking that Matt Murray's not in between the pipes and Pittsburgh is doing what they're doing.
Well, when Fleury's on
not
crack,
even
you don't like.
fair.
you
play the
don't
hot
change
hand,
that.
right?
You,
That's
exactly. You play the hot
ridiculous.
hand.
Last year, Fleury goes down, Murray goes
Murray
in.
goes
wins the cup.
in.
This
Yeah.
time Murray goes down, Fleury goes in,
No
and goes
problem.
legend.
But I mean,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
those, but
Stealing
those
games
are
by
deep
himself.
teams who
Yeah.
make the playoffs every
But-
year and go long runs,
It
right? You
really
need
kind of
depth.
goes back to that discussion now. Who do you protect on the expansion draft?
Oh.
Well,
Like,
it's not going to be Fleury.
It's
not
no
gonna be
way.
It's not gonna be
Murray.
Fleury.
They're not
You
letting
can't.
Matt Murray walk away. The guy's like
No.
23 years old.
It's not.
Like,
I know, but
Fleury's-
do you not
Is it too
trade
late-
to get
too late to
collateral
make
at
a
that
trade
point now?
But is Fleury a free agent after this year?
He's not
No,
doing
he's still
this year, is he?
signed.
So,
Fleury?
so maybe
No.
before the
Still got term.
expansion draft, right?
Or they can do. Isn't there like a rule that you can make a deal beforehand the
Yes.
expansion draft and be
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I'll give you this,
Don't
but
take
don't
this.
take this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But it would have to be a pretty hefty price to do that, right?
Well, that's saying apparently like
Well, that's the thing. You still got to
LA.
sign Matt
Vegas
Murray
may look
too.
to
What, Murray's
stockpile
an
draft
RFA
picks
or-
At some
and go
point.
after
He's not,
players
he's not
that
on a long-term deal
teams
right
are gonna be like,
now.
no,
I know.
please leave him,
He
kind of a
probably
thing, right?
expires
I've heard,
either
I've
this
heard.
year or next year.
I
Murray,
think
how much does he have? 1 year left on his deal?
Probably
It's
has 1 year,
one?
right?
I thought it was
he
close.
did
I know it's
a
close to
He's
free
still- He's probably
agency.
still on his
He's
entry
gonna
level
make bank. He's gonna make
contracts.
us $6 million a year. Or
He won
whatever
a
it
cup.
is.
Yeah, he's gonna make
Guaranteed
$6
he will,
million.
yeah,
No, I mean, I think obviously for Vegas, it's a great opportunity to plug a guy like Fleury, especially now. Like this is a coming for him to
I
say like,
think-
listen, guys, I can still play hockey.
I know we're like
exactly.
kind of going like a little bit off topic here, but Vegas to get Fleury more as a bargaining trading chip than to keep him.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have a goalie that, especially when you're an expansion team and you want to build through the draft and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to get always wasted points and just find yourself in the middle of the draft again. You want to
Exactly.
kind of like.
You don't want
suck.
to be
You wanna
Vancouver
water it
Canucks.
out, yeah.
You want to take a little bit. So getting a guy like Fleury, he's going to steal you a lot of unwanted points that you don't really want.
Yeah.
So you maybe get him just as a bargaining chip to trade for somebody else and flip him somewhere
But
else.
I don't know,
heard
man. After the
rumors.
draft lottery, it's like even bottoming out it doesn't guarantee like a top pick anymore.
Yeah,
No, but at least the top 5 rather than like a
you
12.
learned that this year.
Interesting. I've been hearing rumors that Calgary is hot on Fleury's ass for sure, and
Right.
Vegas might be.
Exactly.
You know,
If
making
Vegas
those
can parlay
talks.
that to get
Yeah.
something nice out of Calgary, Calgary's got a lot of good pieces that
Exactly.
you could get out, right?
They're
So
building up. They got draft picks to get rid of. Why not?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Maybe a
Vegas
starting goalie, so.
Vegas has a lot of great opportunity
But, yeah.
coming in like there right now. Like you look back to the days of expansion when it was like Nashville. Like they had like Tom Fitzgerald and Cliff
Yep.
Ronning.
Yep.
Those are
Yeah.
big
Oh,
two
yeah.
stars
Oh,
on
they had
that
Mike
franchise.
Donovan in the back end. They had him as their goalie.
I know.
Mike Dunham was an average at best goalie. Let's
But
be honest,
the
right?
depth on every NHL team wasn't the same as it is
Yeah.
now.
No, and you look at Minnesota even with like Dwayne Rolson and Manny Fernandez. Like, that was an interesting little
Andrew Brunette.
tandem, right?
And like,
Andrew
when-
Brunette.
When was that? Like maybe 15 years ago or something
That
like
was
that.
what, like 2000? When those
I
guys
think it was
came in?
early
2000.
2000s.
So there
Yeah.
wasn't
2000.
as much Europeans. Like there was Europeans, but there wasn't a lot of guys coming from the Russian league and SHL. And
Oh yeah,
Finnish
no.
league and
Right
all that
now,
kind of
there's
stuff,
so much
right?
more opportunity
Now
for these
there's
guys
so much
coming
more
in.
time.
Well, look at what Vegas did already, signing
Vladimir
Slepyshev,
Slepyshev,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Wasting no time. They'd have two official players on the roster right now. That kid they signed that was
Reed
undrafted.
Duke,
Yeah,
Reed Duke.
Whatever.
I mean,
Whatever,
you
but
got to get
yeah.
players on the roster, right?
Yeah,
It
you
is
got
what
two
it
official
is.
players and the rest
They're
is all
gonna
guy.
do work,
They
yeah.
got oh my God,
They're
I'm
gonna do
so
so
jealous.
much work.
It's going to be a time, man. Like we keep talking about the expansion draft and it being televised and what it's going to look like. I'm fucking stoked, boys. I can't wait to
Sick.
see what Vegas is going to do, what they have planned. I mean, McPhee's a great GM. I can't wait to see like what his ideas are for what he wants to do with this team. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to go pluck in some of his old players from Washington.
He will.
I-
Knock on the door,
He'll
right?
go. He'll go for like Grubauer or something
Oh,
like
somebody.
that.
So I mean, I feel like that connection is
Never
going to
know.
make things very interesting.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends. I want to see who they protect on their D.
Who? Pittsburgh?
No, Washington.
Oh, Washington.
So Washington's
That's
an
an
interesting
interesting
discussion.
It'll be
But
Carlson,
but Washington
probably
only
for
has
sure.
4 guys under contract. They can protect everybody.
Unless
Depends
they
what
re-sign
format
Yeah,
they
them,
do.
so
then
Shaddy's a free agent.
Shaddy
That is a
they'll,
free agent. You
Shaddy
don't need
they'll
to
let
protect
walk.
them.
But I don't know. It depends if they re-sign all.
Well, you brought up a point. They're
if they
protecting
re-sign,
Schmidt. He was. I thought he was really
Schmidt.
good.
Well,
at
or
that.
Lost.
Schmidt,
Schmidt's
I
an
felt-
RFA though. They don't need to protect him.
Yeah, I felt he got
Oh,
better
Oh, wait,
as
is he a rookie or
his
something?
time
Because
came.
those are exempt.
Yeah, Schmidt.
Yeah, no, he's
Okay.
on his RFA
Okay,
contract.
then probably
Okay,
Orlov would
RFA.
be like the wild card if they protect him or not.
I think it comes down to what format they do. If they're going to do
That
the
too.
7-3 or the 6-4-1,
Yeah, I don't know.
right?
It's interesting for Washington because they're definitely more depth in their forwards.
I would go the 7-3.
But
if
I
yeah.
feel like you
Yeah.
want to keep a good solid 4 if you got them. And I
True.
mean, guys like Niskin in there. Like as much as
They
Orpik
won't
gets,
protect Orpik. They won't protect.
Orpik
yeah,
gets a lot of
They're
flack,
not,
man.
they're not going to protect Orpik because his
No.
cap hit is
Don't
ridiculous.
protect
But that's his
No.
problem. But he's not a horrible defenseman.
gonna
No,
the
no,
playoffs.
he's
He's a
alright.
good
But
shutdown guy.
He's a guy that if you need to
Yeah, but he's like
make
getting
expendable,
slowed
you
down
can't.
too.
Well, because of his contract, it'd be the
Yeah.
only reason, right? Especially when they got to re-sign some of
And
these
Vegas
forwards
has
and
got to
stuff
get
coming
up
up.
to his floor too, right? They just can't.
Which
they
is
can't get,
near
they can't get
60
all,
million,
They
isn't
can't
it,
get
at
all
this
cheap
point?
guys. They've got to spend to the floor.
Oh, no,
right?
yeah.
Well, I don't
So
think they'll have a
Florida
problem with
Panthers
that.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
exactly.
all the big contracts
Honestly.
like Bolin.
Yeah.
Contract. So they're gonna have to take a lot, like some big cap guys, just to reach the floor.
No, yeah, but you need that though. Like you need some reason for your fans to come out. So you
Yeah.
might as well grab some bigger names so people know. You
Right,
can't just
right.
go out and keep signing Reed Dukes and Slepyshevs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to work,
The only
right?
thing I'm going to say on the expansion is if you look at all the NHL teams, there stands to be a lot more better quality defensemen being exposed than forwards. So if I'm Washington in this situation, because of the abundance of defensemen being exposed, I go 7-3-1. I think you walk away.
But isn't it 7-4-1?
No, 7-3-1.
No, 3-1.
It's 4 defensemen. I thought.
No,
Or
3.
6-4-1.
Yeah.
There's two
Or
options, right?
I think
Is
it's
it
yeah.
6-4?
6-4 or 7.
I thought it was.
Oh, wait, I thought it was
7-4-1
8
and then 8
8 anybody.
anything, just roster players. We're gonna have to look into that to make sure.
Yeah,
what
I thought it
is.
was 8 anybody.
Because
We're
there was
going
one
to
scenario.
prep ourselves before
This
that
could be for another
podcast.
podcast. Yeah.
But
you can go expansion draft talk all day because there's, like I said,
Oh,
endless
so- oh, it probably
opportunities,
will
right?
Too, yeah.
And I
Once
mean,
they like claim who's being exposed, yeah, we definitely should.
yeah, there's actually a simulator. It's funny. You remember like last year the draft lottery simulator?
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
in Toronto was playing it because obviously
Of
we
course.
want to see what are chances of getting
800
Austin
times a
Matthews.
day at work.
Yeah,
Now
you can't even find
I
it if you
forget
live
what
in
the
Toronto.
website is. I'm sorry, I can't remember it. But there's literally an expansion draft simulator where you can go see who is available to be protected on which team. Go in, protect one player from each team as if you're that
GM.
team. Then you could be Vegas and see who you're going to pick from every team.
that'd be pretty sweet. Maybe we'll
Okay.
do that before the next
I do
podcast.
have the
We'll see
page
how we do.
open if you want me to read it, or do you want to save it for our next podcast here? Let me just read the first 2 lines. So the protected list.
Yeah, okay,
the
so
expansion draft.
let's finish off that thought.
Okay.
And then we'll move back
So
to
clubs will
our
have
series.
2 options for players they wish to protect: A, 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, 1 goalie; B, 8 skaters, forwards or
Okay, there you
defensemen, and 1
Okay.
goalie.
Okay.
There you go.
And then there's a few more rules, but we won't get into all the nitty gritty of that. But
It's a big process, nonetheless. And I mean, like, we can do an entire podcast, like I said, just
Yeah.
on that, right?
Yeah.
And I think, Steve, as you mentioned, that website, that'd be fun to jump
That would
on.
be really
We'll
fun,
do our
yeah.
own simulator, and we'll bring it into the podcast, and we'll talk about it. And I think
Good time.
the viewers, we'd love to get you guys involved in who you think, Vegas should be potentially looking for, maybe your
What's the
favorite teams.
strategy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, what would your strategy be as the
Like,
GM?
How
I'm
do you
try
build?
and
How
win
do you build an
personally.
expansion team?
No, yeah, like you don't want to win right away and get yourself involved in that crap. But again, you want to get enough half-decent players that you have a
gonna be
reason
worth
for
it,
fans to come,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause, I mean,
exactly. You don't want to crap out in the first
their
3
stadium's
years.
going to be pretty small. Isn't it only about 18,000 or so?
That's an
That's
average.
standard. I mean,
That's an
ACC is
average
about
NHL
18,
rate.
19.
What's ACC?
But I mean,
ACC
That's
is
the
only
same. It's
19.5
like,
or
oh,
something like
19.
Is
that.
it?
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit smaller then. Maybe
we
16?
drove by it. It's huge.
Yeah, it's behind New York.
Vegas
New York.
one?
Is it the size
Yeah,
of... Is the football stadium the same as the hockey arena?
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's
The,
not.
the football one's going to be like humongous.
T-Mobile Arena is behind New York,
Oh,
New York. It's a standard.
Okay, I've
rate.
seen that one.
Yeah, no, but the football one's going to be like a state-of-the-art complex.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that I don't know.
that's
That-
gonna be-
Yeah.
Listen,
that
the
I don't know.
NFL and Vegas are the match made in heaven.
It's going to be insane. But nonetheless, boys, let's get back on
It
topic.
is.
So,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
It's funny, like the defending Stanley Cup champions, just like they fly under the radar somehow. It doesn't make any sense because like they're a great team and they're just as good as they were last year, and no one really cares.
Well, I'm
about
sure
them.
you know what. A lot of people went with Washington after the Shattenkirk acquisition.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I
everybody
did
thought-
it at the beginning of the playoffs. I thought so, but then as I watched them play,
They're such a good deep
Pittsburgh
team from
just-
top to bottom.
They
How do you
don't
not
play
go
like
out?
it.
They
though.
just-
That's
you
the
know,
problem. They
they
don't play
they
like
can't
it.
win the
I don't
big
know
game,
about
man.
you guys, but like I didn't know at the start of the playoffs, I didn't know if Pittsburgh could do exactly what they did last playoffs. So the last playoffs, they surprised a lot of people with that defense.
Well, and Matt
that
Murray.
That defense
Yeah.
turned out to be very good,
Matt
very
Murray too,
effective. Matt Murray was good, and we know Pittsburgh is good. They were a top seed and they played well through the series, but I didn't know if they could do it again. And they're playing exactly the same way that they played last playoffs.
The thing is, like, they have guys stepping up again, right? So, look at, again, a Gensel, a Russ. Like,
Yeah.
these kids are coming up. Connor
Sheary,
Sheary.
yeah.
Out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
So, I mean, when you got these guys who get elevated by Crosby, and then the rest of your lines, you got Malkin, you got Kessel. I mean, they got great depth
Yeah.
players like Matt Cullen.
That was a good thing because
So-
the HBK line fell off. So you're like, oh, that was a big part of last playoffs.
was.
Maybe it won't transfer into this, but the guys like Sheary and
Also,
Gensel
with
and
this,
Russ.
and
also
somebody
when the
has to
playoffs
do it,
started, like
right?
Letang was out, so that was like a big question mark regarding Pittsburgh.
That one I wasn't too worried about because they did it all year. So.
It's ridiculous
Yeah,
how much depth they have to go and do that. The thing is, like,
It's gross how much depth.
Yeah, but they didn't
Yeah,
do it
I
in
mean,
the playoffs,
so
so
good.
that was different.
That's true. That's true.
yeah, like, you look like, you know,
But then, yeah,
Schultz,
Justin Schultz stepped up like big time.
He's
for
been the
them.
game changer,
Yeah.
man. You look
That
at
was a good
him. I like
acquisition.
Dumoulin, like
Oh, yeah.
Mata. He has his nights. It looked like he was
Yeah.
had a couple rough nights against Washington.
Ian Cole too.
He's still-
But yeah,
he's
Ian
really
Cole's
good
been a
stay-at-home
good defender.
defenseman.
Like I
Yeah.
couldn't believe
He's a great shutdown.
Yeah, like
He
St.
is.
Louis giving up on
Mata's
him
still
was
a young
crazy.
guy, though. Isn't he only like 20?
Oh yeah, like
21 or
no,
something
Mata is
that?
like early to mid
Mata's-
20s.
Yeah, he's like 20.
It was like the Riley syndrome. Let's not write him off right away because
Yeah,
he's
no,
not.
yeah.
They
Well,
still
Bobby
write
Orr.
him off even
Guy's
after that
19.
playoff.
Whatever.
I mean,
So how do we fare?
the depth is unspeakable. So let's break it down. Pens in 6, I took. So I called the team. Nid took Pens in 6.
Yep.
Mike took Caps in 6. Sorry, Mike.
Well, what can I say?
Steve.
Did I win?
Steve Stradamus, Pens in 7.
About fucking time.
And Tom, you called the games, but you took the Caps.
Eh.
So nonetheless, we did have decent.
It's all right.
We just have a couple of us
You
calling it
can't
down.
hate yourself for getting that wrong.
No, again, that was a hockey fan's
You
dream.
took the President's Trophy winners and they lost in a game 7. So, I don't know.
I mean, I think after we break these down, I'd love to start discussing Washington and see what everybody's thinking about
Yeah,
what their
but-
offseason looks like. Because, like,
There's a lot of takes on Washington that
Yeah,
you
and
analyze
OB
and
too,
needs to simmer down
specifically,
too. We'll get to that.
I think some of these teams, like, you kind of have an idea of what they're doing. Like,
Right.
even the Oilers. You know, when we talk about
Yeah.
them, we could talk about them as well. But,
Mm-hmm.
You
yeah,
want to go right into Oilers then?
let's start the West
Oh.
right away.
Oh,
Let's go
God.
into Edmonton.
No,
Why do you
okay.
have to embarrass me like this again?
I mean, you didn't call the St. Louis one either, so.
All right, guys, I'm going home. It's bedtime.
I mean, again, so both the West sides, they were half decent series as well. I was
That was a good
very
series.
surprised at how well they
So
came
where
through.
do we start here? Which one?
Let's go Edmonton Anaheim first.
I think that was the best series out of all 4
By-
rounds.
by-
Yeah,
by
that
far.
was- that was so
well,
much
we
fun.
did kind of predict that was going to be the most entertaining.
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
I think we were bang on with that.
Because it was a fun mesh of the two different kind of styles, right? Like you have the Edmonton's run and gun who
Speed,
can
yeah.
grind it out against a very much slower Anaheim team who just wants to grind you out the
I
entire way.
felt like we got just another extension of it. San Jose versus Edmonton. It was
Yeah,
like that series
honestly.
Yeah.
Oh
over.
yeah,
again.
it
Yeah,
was.
It was
But-
Nick David
because-
had flashes of brilliance.
Oh my
That
God,
was entertaining
Draisaitl
to
was on
watch.
good each
Oh,
of that series.
the Draisaitl
I
had like
love
what
Draisaitl.
5-point game, 6-point
Yeah.
He had a
game,
hat trick one
Yeah.
game. Too,
absolutely
so-
unbelievable.
because each of the teams had their games where they looked like the better team. You know what I mean? Like it was just trading who was the better team each night.
But how about Ryan Getzlaf though?
Oh my god, legendary.
Like
He
that
is
guy
oh my
just
God.
took the team on his back, said, "Hey, Silverberg, Raquel, can you guys score some secondary
Right,
goals?"
Silverberg has been a dream for them.
Raquel's not
is-
going
And
to like.
Raquel.
No,
Yeah, oh my
you can't look over those guys, man. Like, and that's what I was saying about the Ducks. Like,
But-
I felt like their size
funny that we talked about expansion draft because Silverberg was one of those guys.
Is a
who
guy
they're
who's
like,
gonna
yeah,
be
he's going on the
available.
expansion draft.
Yeah.
You're like,
No.
I want to rethink that.
It's
now.
like you realize they traded Bobby Ryan for this guy. They're not just gonna give him up.
We did just realize that.
It was Steve and I somehow broke down this discussion pretty recently, actually.
Yeah, we just talked about that on the weekend.
That was a hell of a trade if you look back at it now.
It was. It was
Yeah,
pretty
like all I
good
remember
trade.
is
Definitely
Silverberg.
worth
Do
it.
you remember what else was in that?
It was
trade?
Norson and a first rounder, which I think became Nick
It
Ritchie.
was.
Yeah.
Wait,
It was
really?
what? No.
Richie?
I'm pretty
That
sure.
was pretty high. That was like a 7th pick
I
because he got
think it was
picked
Richie.
after Nylander.
Yeah, it was.
I'll pull it
Yeah,
up.
Richie went.
Yeah,
Because, like,
no,
Don
Richie
Cherry was
went
going-
after Nylander.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
But like that was one of those trades that truly couldn't be measured on like who won the trade or did like both teams win the trade until years and years after.
Yeah,
that
they
trade.
needed time for the players to solidify
Right?
themselves in the
Because
NHL and see
even
what
like,
they're doing,
like
right?
Bobby Ryan was looking like a bust a little bit, not a bust, but like looking like he was on a decline when he got his $7 million contract.
Well, 25 points.
Yeah,
this
25
season.
points.
This
But
season.
now he's proving his worth,
Yep.
and no one in
Yeah.
Ottawa will care about that right
Yeah.
now.
So it was for Silverberg, Norson, who hasn't really done much,
Yeah.
and then Nick Ritchie.
Oh, it
Wow,
was
so
Richie.
it was
and Nick.
Richie.
Oh
Yep.
wow,
Oh, damn.
I didn't know it was that soon of a pick.
Yeah.
I can't remember when that trade happened.
Ottawa must have been like, really
2014.
bad.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, Silverberg, like, he's been interesting because even his time in Ottawa, he looked like he'd be a half-decent player. Half-decent sniper. He has some size. He's got some skill. He's got some speed.
Yeah.
And, you know, when Ottawa traded him away, it's like, okay, well, they're high
Well,
on Bobby
They
Ryan.
knew they wanted Bobby Ryan, so they had to get. And plus, his like value was high at the time.
Yeah, they
Bobby
also
Ryan,
had
so
just
they had to
lost-
give up something good.
They lost Spezza at that
Yeah,
time.
they,
too,
Yeah.
right?
they lost Spets at that point.
Needed some more size.
Yeah.
You know, Bobby Ryan was unreal in Anaheim.
Oh, fuck.
So, I
yeah,
mean,
he
you
was.
look at that trade at that time, you're like, shit, man, Ottawa's getting a steal here. They're getting a 30
We were all
goal,
pissed when that broke.
30 goal scorer.
Being
It's going to be a pain in the
Yeah,
ass
we're
playing
paying
against
the
the
ass because
Leafs.
he was like replacing Heatley basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
love Heatley.
Danny Heater.
Fucking all-star.
He is a fucking all-star.
The Leaf killer too. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
Healy
destroyed
was
the Leafs.
ridiculous.
Destroyed the
so.
Leafs.
Remember when they first got back from the first or the most recent lockout, and it's like every other game was against Ottawa, and it was the Danny Heatley and Alfredson.
Yeah,
the stupid
and
schedule.
guy
They
had
have
he
stupid
did a
lines,
hat
right?
trick every
It was
time. It was
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Anyways, off
Oh
topic.
yeah, no.
You're right, though. I hated
I
that.
know. I
Fuck.
hated
It,
that
it was
guy.
horrible.
I honestly, even watching that series, I still thought Edmonton was going to do it, and they didn't. They
If
choked.
they didn't blow that 3-0 lead, I think
my
that's
That
really
was
fun.
that turned.
I
the
watched
tide.
that
Yeah.
live.
Oh yeah.
You blinked.
I just love
It was
Cicerelli's
tight.
fucking reaction.
I went to, like a lot of people on Twitter. I went to sleep when it was 3-0. I'm like, oh well.
Yeah,
well,
as
Edmonton
a
won.
normal
yeah.
human being would.
And
But
then
kind of
there's
sounds
just-
like your stat correction, Mike.
Yeah,
But I
kind of
don't
was.
like Don Cherry threw out this hot take, which I don't think is that great. Oh, don't embarrass teams. Don't run up the score because you're going to get burned. That's not
No.
necessarily the case.
If you can score 10 goals, you
I
score
hate
10
that.
goals.
Take
Old
any
school
chance you
mentality.
can to bury that team, and that's not going to just all of a sudden wake them up and make them play better.
No.
That might
It's
do the opposite. It might
demoralizing.
do the opposite. It might be demoralizing. They're
Although,
like, wow, we're
you gotta
screwed.
admit, after that 7-1
Although didn't they win the game
destruction
after?
after that
Yeah.
7-1 destruction, I figured in the third period they're putting Draisaitl and McDavid on the power play.
Oh,
I
that-
thought, oh god, Don Cherry and all the old school guys are gonna,
Yeah.
start cursing
It's that Belichick
the
mentality.
Edmonton
Just
coach there.
run up the score if you can.
But I didn't hear anything the day after, so I'll give him credit. I
Yeah.
thought there was gonna be headlines.
No, he did talk about.
disrespectful.
He talked about it on Coach's Corner. He's like, you don't
Yeah,
do that. You
yeah,
don't
exactly.
throw
That
out
was
Connor
on-
Oh, I
McDavid
didn't
at
catch
the
that.
end.
I thought there'd be like TSN
Don't run up the
headlines.
score,
Yeah,
kids,
exactly.
because he's gonna come back and bite you and all this stuff. Like,
That's dumb
like
to
you
me.
take that
but
chance.
I didn't hear any
because
major
of the
news,
blown
so-
leads. You don't take your foot off the pedal and just like skate by and let them possibly get back in the game, right?
I
But you know
thought
what? They got hurt on defense hard too.
they did.
Towards that back end of the series.
Sakara was out for 2
Sakara was
games.
out.
Sakara lost
Wasn't
like
someone
last
else
2
out, too?
games.
But that was
One
the game that they
game,
won 7-1 with. They
what's
didn't
his
have
name?
Sakara
Clefbaum was
or
that game, yeah.
who was the other guy they lost?
Clefbaum for
Oh,
Left
Clefbaum,
bomb for a
yeah.
game at least.
And they trounced them 7-1.
Edmonton's D is really good, man.
Clefbaum really
I
just
just-
came out this
Sakara's a
season.
great
I
shutdown
really like
defenseman.
Edmonton as
Well,
a team.
they're-
He's a great top
Russell too was also really good.
Yeah, Russell's an awesome
That was a great
acquisition for
signing.
them.
Russell's a
That was a
good
good signing.
playoff guy.
Good.
He
He's a
just
playoff
blocks
guy.
shots.
And
Exactly,
Clefbaum,
he's like a goal. He just
Clefbaum
blocks
just
shots.
developed well.
he's really found his way now. Like, I
If
think
Nurse
that's
can
what
figure out his shit, they got
Yeah, Nurse at times looks like he's still trying to play like junior.
But he was
Yeah,
also,
exactly.
He
was
thinks he
also
can go and
injured
take
for
off.
like most of the season too.
Yeah,
And
I felt like maybe he had a little bit of Riley syndrome because when
guess-
Riley looked like he was finally over his stuff was the playoffs, and look
Yeah.
how well Riley played.
Kessler should be getting a lot of praise because McDavid didn't do a heck of a lot. I mean, he played okay.
Yeah, he
good.
played
He had his
He
good
played
Well.
good, but he didn't take over the games like he normally would.
But you know what baffles
had-
me through all this is Edmonton was a 2-man show. Let's be real. McDavid?
What,
No,
Draisaitl?
I would
think
argue
so.
against that. I was just gonna say.
There was,
What?
there was guys like Letestu and Lucic that were
No,
really playing well.
Drake
I
Caggiula
thought.
looked awesome, man.
Caggiula was okay.
And I'm gonna
Caggiula
say
was
this:
good.
I watched pretty much all those games. You
Yeah.
know how we laughed that Patrick Maroon got 30 some odd goals in the season.
Patrick
I actually
Maroon,
he's a
yeah.
pretty good player.
Well, because he
He has been
grinds
playing
and
well.
he gets to the net.
Like he's got hands. Like he's not
Yeah.
as
He's
bad
better
as
than
you
Zach
think. He's really good.
I think it was the. I think
No, he's a better
I
version
think-
of Hyman. Way better
I
version.
think they
That's what he
played-
said. He's a better version of Hyman.
better version
Oh,
of
I
Hyman.
said sorry.
I think they played more like a team. I don't think it was a
Yeah.
two-man show.
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
I totally
Yeah,
disagree
but what
with
was the
that.
scoring?
In the game 5.
When you pay
Or game 6,
your
whatever
top
it was.
5 guys that you pay,
But that's
only
what I mean,
one guy's picking up points?
But that's what I'm saying. You get praise
They all
guys like
delivered.
Ryan Kessler.
Well,
who really
Lucic
shut
didn't
them
score
down.
that much, did he?
He got a couple assists.
got a
He
couple
was-
I thought, yeah, he had a
He
couple,
didn't
he
get
had a
like
couple
5 or
points,
6 points or
Lucic.
anything like that.
Had a couple
but-
points.
Yeah, but I just mean his play overall, and not even on the score sheet.
Well, that's the thing, like, yeah,
sometimes.
you expected him to come out and start grinding and kind of
No,
push
you-
back on Anaheim's
Yeah.
bigger players. But again, like, it was a solid series all around, right?
It
And I
really
think
was.
you got great goaltending performances from Talbot and Gibson,
Yeah.
as expected, because those two
Exactly.
guys are... Talbot, I'm sorry, man, he's really putting himself in a star
Yeah, he
status.
put-
Yeah.
He should win everyone over by now.
He has,
He's a
yeah.
stud.
I was very skeptical at the beginning of the year, but now he's won me
As
over.
you should. I don't blame you at all.
And funny enough, the man that we talked about, Richie, scored the winner
Yeah.
to end that series.
He did.
I know, and he was looking like a bust in the middle of the year. Remember we kept saying that, Don Cherokee's pumping his tires, that we should have picked him over Nylander, and look what Nylander did. But now all of a sudden Richie's scoring
Well,
goals.
because the big conversation was still the Leafs need to get bigger. They need to get bigger. They need more size.
know.
Get a guy like Richie.
I was upset when we lost. that one,
Nylander
actually.
and Marner look pretty solid, man, and they're pretty
Yeah.
small guys. So I
Nylander
mean,
looks like he could be a good
the
player.
You still
NHL
need
is
skill.
it's
Skill
it's
trumps
switching,
size
man.
any
It's a
day.
skilled league now. Like you always don't need big goons to do everything.
Exactly.
Right, because Richie was looking like he was going to be that goon, but now all of a sudden he's popping in goals.
I mean,
Well,
the role of the
few
goon
goons,
is
I mean,
gone.
a few
Let's be
goons
real.
help, but like
Yeah,
that
like,
shouldn't be like your entire
Richie was
team.
supposed to be like projected to be a 30 goal scorer in the NHL.
I
Yeah.
kind of related Richie to like being
Oh,
the
he's
next
still like
Todd Bertuzzi.
21.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he's
that's
still
probably
young.
gonna-
He's still
yeah.
young, but I mean, he's a half-season skater for a big guy, and he grinds it out.
Yeah.
And that's what people said the Leafs needed. But,
But now
I mean,
he's lucky playing with Getzlaff and Perry now.
yeah, it'll be nice. I mean, Anaheim's got a team there, and obviously, you know, they were able to just edge out Edmonton in the
I'll say
seventh game.
Dallas is pretty happy. They get a first rounder because of this.
Yeah.
Because of that
Yeah.
Patrick Hughes trade.
Yeah.
Don't they have to go to the finals for that? Or?
Nope.
No.
Oh, it's just the conference finals.
No, it was make it to the conference finals, and Eves had to play in half the games.
Oh, I thought it was the
Nice.
actual.
So
like,
they get a
cup
second
final.
first
bad.
rounder.
Not bad.
It's pretty solid, man. And I enjoyed the hell out of that series.
It
I
was
can't stress
very
that. I can't
fun.
stress that enough. I watched Game 7 in Dominican at 24-hour sports bar, putting drinks back,
Oh,
and
God.
you know what I mean. Like it was fun, and people literally crowded that bar to watch that game,
crazy.
and the Pittsburgh one, of
I
course.
Oh, yeah.
How did we
So-
do? You were the only one that picked Anaheim, didn't you?
So I took the Ducks in 7. Nid had Oilers in 6. Mike had Oilers in 5 with his hot take.
Yeah.
Sally's cooch.
Sally's
Yep.
coach.
It was a hot
Steve
take.
had Oilers in 6, and Tom took the Ducks in 6.
It looked so
Oh,
promising
I
after
did
2
think that.
games.
So
Apparently, I only know the West because that's all I'm fucking good at. The East, I shit the bed every
Except for
time.
Minnesota. Alright, I'm done. See you later.
all right,
Now
guys.
the most boring series of the.
Come on.
I don't want to say
I
boring.
wouldn't
It
call it
was
No, you know
boring.
what? I think Preds played a very high tempo.
I think it was
Game.
on St. Louis that it was boring.
Yeah, St.
but
Louis I
it's
thought was a bit
still
slower.
I think we
was.
just
that
find it boring
series.
because we live in Toronto. We don't. There's small markets in the states.
But-
we don't care about
no,
Nashville.
but I
and
don't
St.
even
Louis,
care
right?
about the city. It's just like I
Like
watch the
the-
games.
like
the
the game
games were
itself.
awful.
I
didn't
mean, they
watch
have
the
some
whole game,
superstars.
but-
Like Tarasenko did not come out to play.
No,
No,
I
I
did
thought-
not see him.
Yeah,
at
I
all.
didn't
That's
think
what I thought was going to be the
Tarasenko-
difference maker.
I
When
thought
made that
Tarasenko
pick.
would be
I thought
good too,
Tarasenko
yeah.
was going to be the guy that just like can change it on a dime, and that turns out to be Arvidsson.
Well, that was a funny thing. Is I re-listened to our last podcast, and that's what you guys are saying. Tarasenko is the best player in the series. He's going to
Yeah.
be the game changer, and he was a ghost.
He was on
For me.
paper, but not
Yeah.
on the ice.
And you know, you looked at
What about
Arvidsson,
Shockey?
Johansson, Neal. Like
Neal
those
came out
guys
big.
came out, man.
Ekholm came out
Ekholm.
huge.
Ekholm was ridiculous.
That
PK
four-
Subban continued his
Yossi.
strong
Yeah,
play.
Their
All
defense
all
is
four
ridiculous.
on-
Ryan Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little gnome bastard has been on fire.
It's
Absolute
retarded.
fire. So I mean, we had a half decent series. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
I just meant of
is
the
what I can
four.
say.
Of the four, if you're
But
gonna,
I
if
think-
you're gonna rank them, you put them last.
I think all of us agreed going into that series that was the most unsure one. It was for me personally.
Yeah, it's a coin flip.
It could've gone-
I
it could've
was
gone
not
either way.
confident in my
It could've
pick in
gone
St.
either way.
Louis.
I
It
was
just a
very
coin flip.
confident in Nashville just
Yeah.
because of what they did at Chicago. I could not believe how well they dominated a team
I
like
still
Chicago.
couldn't believe.
And I mean, like,
I thought it was a one-off personally.
I couldn't look at Pekka Rinne. I
But-
think we all decided,
Yeah,
like,
man.
the potential
he
of
went
him
legend,
keeping
too.
up that,
Oh yeah.
you know, that play he had
Yeah.
from the first round wasn't maybe going to happen for sure. But at the same time, like, the way that they're playing as a team, and they're such a close, cohesive unit, guys like, you know, Austin Watson even, these depth guys in the bottom six.
True.
Yeah.
Has anyone even mentioned Subban yet?
Yeah, we said Subban.
Okay, because
That's
they're
Subban.
playing
The
well
only
too.
thing that
But
like,
Subban's like going into his surroundings. He's not like
Yeah,
the
he's
flashy
Yeah, he's
not
not
that
like,
guy.
and he's not like the main guy too. It's
the Finesse
Yossi.
syndrome. He's not the guy.
Yeah.
the only way the Predators
Yeah,
lost
guy.
though in this series was losing Fiala.
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 Yeah.
That's a big
that was
hurt.
game one. too.
Femur's gone,
Yeah.
man.
That's a
it.
big hurt. Maybe even in his career, because that could alter it. Look at Stamkos; he hasn't been the same since.
That's
Yeah,
true.
true.
he's been Mr. Injury Prone every year now.
Because you
so-
miss that explosiveness on
Exactly.
your legs, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's always that scared feeling too of my God, if I go into something
If I
too
go into
hard,
the
you fall to
board,
the
yeah,
boards,
Yeah, you're
never
second
the
guessing
same.
every stride.
So
and you get the screws put in. It's never a good time,
Not
man.
good.
But nonetheless, it was a half decent series. I
So,
thought,
Nashville,
you
good
know,
on them.
Nashville continued their strong play. St. Louis didn't come out as well as I think we all thought they would have.
Yeah, I wish
I
there was a
thought
better.
Tarasenko-
I wish there was a better. I wish St. Louis was a better test for Nashville than I thought they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were going to be. So.
hell, he did more than Chicago.
Ah,
That's
yeah,
Couldn't be any more right on that one.
Pretty sure they scored more than 4 goals.
Yeah, no kidding.
Pretty sure they matched Chicago's total in one game, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that being said, how do we do? I took the Preds in 7. Nid took the Preds in 7. Mike took the Blues in 6. Steve took the Blues in 6.
Yeah.
And Tom took the Preds in 6.
You might
Yeah.
not doing good on these.
So there it is.
No,
Right there.
1 for 4.
So how was our breakdown?
Otto's my pride. Here, I got that's the only one right.
Should not be proud of Ottawa.
I went 3 for 4. Nid went 3 for 4. Mike went 1 for 4. Steve went 1 for 4. And
Yeah.
Tom went 2 for 4.
I'm just loving my Western teams. That's all I got.
So, not too bad.
All right.
Nah,
Mike, I'm sorry that Edmonton and Washington
pretty
let you
bad
down.
for me. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what hot take Michael's coming out next.
Yeah, so
Hey, Mr. 1 for 4 as well.
we don't have, obviously, too many series left. One on each side. We always start with the East, so let's jump into it right away. The Sens and Pens.
It should not even be a thing.
No.
But
On
it's
Like-
really Cinderella versus the Stanley Cup defending
Yeah,
champs.
like this to me feels
Figure it
like
out.
the,
I feel like the story's
Exactly.
over now.
yeah, like
I hope so.
It, like we said
Yeah.
the last time,
That too.
this should stop.
Yeah.
But we don't know what the hell's going to happen
Exactly,
here.
yeah.
So
Ottawa pulls wins out of their ass, apparently.
seemingly, and I mean,
They find ways to win, but
this is going to be another one that Carlson needs to keep up his Jesus mode. You
Yeah.
need Anderson to stand on his head.
Yeah, basically.
And-
But
Forced to
I
step
think they're
up,
going
too.
to need more scoring than just John Gabriel Lemieux. That's going to be the difference maker. If Ottawa wins this series, it's because somebody else decided to score a goal.
So, aka
not
Bobby
wrong.
Ryan
Yeah.
needs to keep going.
Yeah,
Clark
Bobby Ryan-
MacArthur, secondary
I
scoring.
think, you know who needs to wake up? If I'm an Ottawa fan, I'm screaming at the TV. Hoffman has to wake the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Stone was playing okay, but yeah, he still needs to produce.
Stone's the guy though.
Those
You
two
want him
boys.
grinding out as well. As long
Yeah.
as he's playing that,
But Hoffman needs
heavy
to
aggressive presence that you need for him, it's okay. But
I hope he
Hoffman,
doesn't. I
You
hope
need
he
like
sends
Brassard
moves,
too
but-
to wake
oh,
up too.
but, like we keep talking about it, man.
But
Like
that's-
Zibanejad, I felt like still outplayed
Yeah.
Brassard. Now, yeah, Brassard needs to
Brassard's
come out
not
now.
playing that role
Got to-
that they acquired him
no.
to be.
No,
But
no, he
that's the
hasn't.
thing about this team that's fascinating. They don't have one standout superstar forward.
No,
Every
I know.
night,
Yeah.
every
No.
night, some other forward.
One
shows
guy,
up.
yeah.
So you're like
Some,
Hoffman
like,
needs to
random
show up.
guy,
Brassard
like,
needs to show
showing
up.
up.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like
But
It's
the
like a
only guy
trauma.
they
showing
do it
up
by
is
committee
Pajot.
every night.
Well, even
But-
guys like Turris, right? Like
Yeah, tourists.
they
too,
need to
like-
get started again and really start pushing. And if they're going to beat the Pens, that's what it's going to take. Because the Pens are going to come out firing on all cylinders
Oh
again.
god, yeah.
I
That
mean-
power play is just ridiculous.
Oh,
Not even
yeah,
fair.
and that's the thing. They can't be taking penalties. The same way we
No,
said
no.
about Washington. Like, if you start putting Pittsburgh on the power play, you're going to kill your own series.
Schultz,
It's over.
Malkin, Crosby on the power play.
Just
Oh,
Malkin
yeah.
and Crosby
It's
alone
not
is like
fair.
it's just
Well, and Jake
ridiculous.
Gensel, can't forget about him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the other all-star in that
all-star,
series.
the
I mean,
all-star.
let's be
Throw him
real.
on the second power play.
Jake
Yeah.
Gretzky.
Yeah, let's be real here. The two premium players of this series are Bajot and and Gensel.
And
There's
who
your
would've
two
thought
elite
that?
scorers, right? But I mean, I think the way Ottawa's playing their structured game, I'd like to see how it balances out against a team like Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
who's a little bit more run and gun.
It's gonna be a very like smooth skating and skill series
Yeah.
versus the other one's gonna be a smash and fix
Yeah,
with the
you don't
glass.
really feel this to be
Wear
a
them
grinding
down.
series,
No.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I think it's gonna be interesting. Like, again, can Fleury continue what he's been doing?
I think you can.
Totally
I think
Does
he
he
can.
keep standing on his head?
If you
But
can get
Oh,
by
yeah.
Washington, you can get by Ottawa.
Maybe
But-
I think that whole year last year maybe kind of like woke him up and realized
Little
that,
bit of a rattle.
that I don't have a job anymore, so I kind of have
I
to.
kind of
win it
have
back.
to like yeah.
Yeah, take your opportunities
I
when you
like
get
to
them,
be
right?
employed.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you guys: if Matt Murray comes out and says, "Coach, I'm ready to go,"
which he is. I heard
He is ready to
I
go.
heard on the radio. I think they had Jim Rutherford.
He wants to be on the
that
bench.
he's ready and cleared to play.
So if you're
I would run Fleury.
If you're
Oh,
Mike
yeah,
Sullivan,
running Fleury.
do you have any thought to go back to your starter in Murray?
No.
I'm
Nope.
going with Fleury.
You're gonna fuck with what you have working for you. Why would
He's
you do
playing
that?
so well.
I'm
But
a
you
firm
can't-
believer
can't
too.
do
You
that.
got around what's working right now.
That being said, you put Fleury on a short leash, not because of anything he's done wrong, but just because you're in the conference finals. And if you have a guy like Murray on the bench, and let's say Pittsburgh drops the first 2 games, you throw Murray in game 3. I would 100%.
Okay, so hypothetically, let's say game 1. Let's say Ottawa scored 4 goals on 20 shots.
Yeah, well,
You
I
leave
think-
Fleury in the game. Second game comes out, you starting. Do you put Murray in, or do you still give Fleury the I give you one last shot, then I look to Matt again?
That's what I mean.
Yep.
That's fine. I give Fleury one more shot. If he screws up, kind of like Calgary did with Elliott in that 4th
Yeah,
game.
that was one
You
bad
throw,
goal,
You throw
though.
him out there. Well, it depends what happens. If Fleury lets in a garbage goal 30 seconds in, you yank him. That's his leash. If you lose game 1 and it's bad, like you said, like 4
Yeah,
goals,
like 4 goals on 20
goals,
shots,
like
something along
Fleury
those
got
lines.
you to the conference final.
And
I
then-
won
no,
you
no,
up
but-
to do that to him.
And then you go into the next game and he shits the bed again. You have Matt Murray on the bench. You put him in. It's not like you have
Yeah, you're talking
like Varlamov on the bench and you're like, oh, okay.
He was going to be up for the Calder.
Right.
So, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you're talking about no
It's-
slouch here.
It's more about the caliber of the backup in quotations you have on the bench rather than Fleury. It's not that Fleury is he saved their ass right now because when Murray went down, he's been the guy. But I think in that situation, you just because you have that ace, don't not play it. You know what I mean? Like don't go down.
Have
just-
it ready to throw on the table.
Exactly, and don't do it too late where you can't like a 3-0 series and it's too late to come
Yeah,
back.
especially if you lose 2 in Pittsburgh right away.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to change up that flow, that chemistry.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Put
you owe it to
Fleury
the
back
fans.
in.
You owe it to your team.
I don't think it will happen because I think Fleury is just playing really solid right now. And I don't think it's going to get away
Yeah.
from him that much.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Mike
I
said,
think-
I mean, if you got past Washington, I mean, Ottawa won't be like that
Yeah.
big of a test.
Yeah, you get by Backstrom and Kuznetsov and all
Ovechkin
those
and,
stars.
yeah.
I think you can handle Ryan.
You got
and
past Mr. Games
Brassard.
Evan Williams. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think,
It's true.
nonetheless, it's going to be an interesting series. I think we broke it down that, Ottawa can keep running out this fairy tale of somebody steps up every night.
Can we all agree that nobody wants them to win because it's a Canadian team?
Absolutely.
That whole bullshit, it
Absolutely.
does not,
That is such
Yeah,
bullshit.
that does
I
not
do not
fly in
agree.
Toronto.
I
Oh,
do not
Canadian
agree with that
teams.
at all.
You know, as much as I love the story of Clark MacArthur, Craig Anderson, all that special stuff that's happening for them, I still don't want them to win.
No.
Yeah.
So they've gotten this far. Sure, take it, make it your storybook for this year, whatever.
Yeah.
But I want the Pens to win.
Yeah.
I'm
Me
hoping
too.
the Pens
No, but
win.
what Steven's saying is you watch the major networks and they say, you got to cheer for Ottawa because
Oh,
they're
God,
Canadian.
no.
They're the
I
last
hate
Canadian
that.
team,
No.
man.
They're the last-
Listen, we're Toronto fans. We want our
Yeah,
rivals to die.
they
It's a
obviously
movie.
don't-
Does an LA
Exactly.
King fan cheer for Nashville now because it's America?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. It makes no sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, yeah, it's
So-
absolutely stupid. And I think 100%, I'm a
Like, you think
Penguins till the
Ottawa's
end.
going to cheer for Toronto if they're, like, in the...
Oh,
God,
no.
no.
Absolutely
Fuck
not.
no.
It's like Montreal fans.
The
They're like,
West
oh,
is
screw
burning
you
hell.
guys. You guys are going to get swept by Caps.
Exactly.
That's not the way it works, man. we
No,
don't give a
it's
shit if it's a
not.
Canadian
I don't
team.
care if it's
The Canadian
Canadian.
teams are more rival. You want to see them
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Exactly. Only
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's so few of them.
So I think if you're out east, you support the West, and vice versa. The West will support
I was
the East.
talking this with Steve, and I
No.
I kind of agree with you in a sense.
Like I'm more tolerable to cheer for the Edmonton,
Edmonton.
Vancouver's,
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
Calgary's.
Vancouver, the burning passion.
Yeah, maybe not Vancouver. I like Edmonton.
I like
I
Vancouver.
I like Edmonton.
What I'll say to that is some people say you should hate Edmonton because of this Canada rivalry,
Yeah, yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. In my mind, Edmonton's across the country. It's like another country. You know what I mean? I have no relation to Edmonton at all. It's thousands of miles away. It's not like it's down the road. We hate the guys over the picket fence. It's way across the country. I have nothing to do with Edmonton, so that's why I kind of
I don't mind supporting Edmonton or Calgary.
You know
But
what I
it's
mean?
like
There's no
Montreal,
burning
Ottawa
hatred
can go
because-
die. I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
Montreal,
I just hate
Ottawa.
Vancouver because we've developed a huge rivalry with them.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
pushed it.
And they hate Toronto too, so they can go fuck themselves.
Exactly.
No, 100%. And
On a side note, changing
Agree.
subjects though, what if Quebec gets a team? Do you guys support them?
Absolutely.
oh,
No.
yeah, no.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
I'd be happy that the fact
Yeah,
that they got a
I'd
team,
be
but
happy to
that's-
see a Canadian team
that's
come,
it. That's where
but I wouldn't cheer for them.
That's where my support
No.
ends.
Well, it's the Nordiques.
Yeah, but they're going to be a rival. Why would you
Yeah.
cheer for your
I
They're,
rival?
don't
they're
think
going to
so.
end up
Exactly.
the same like Montreal
They're
fan
equivalent
kind
to
of.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be complete dicks.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just looking.
Why cheer for them?
Why cheer for
Why cheer for them?
That's like they're going to call
You know
me a
what?
dick
You're an
every day.
asshole. I
But
like it.
yeah, you know
another
what?
Montreal Canadiens. You want 2 Montreal Canadiens?
You know what it is? I go by their history, like their draft history, the team that they like had. That's why
The Colorado Avalanche, you mean? That's
Pretty much.
It's like Coca-Cola seeing Pepsi coming to the market. Oh, yeah, I like you. Oh, I want to see them die.
Exactly.
So, anyways, Ottawa, Pittsburgh. Steve, take it. What do you think?
I gotta go with my heart 100% and say that Pittsburgh is gonna win. I think that, just like I was saying before, I think they're they're taking up where they left off last playoffs. They're playing exactly the same way. They're playing a 4-line game. They're the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're the Stanley Cup champions. I think they're gonna take it in. 6 is such a cop out. Everybody says 6.
I know. So go 5 like I did Edmonton last
God.
season.
The Sally's Cooch hot take.
We gotta make that a shirt.
I'll just say 6 because I can't see Ottawa winning 3 games. I just can't do it. So I'm gonna say Pittsburgh in 6.
Jeff?
We're heading my way. This is an interesting one. I'm kind of on the same level as Steve. I'm kind of bouncing between Pens in 6 or Pens in 7.
Yep.
My head tells me go Pens in 7, but my heart says I'll take it in 6. So I'm gonna jump on with Steve and say Pens in 6.
Nice. That means I'm gonna win because Jeff's.
Yeah, exactly.
Matza?
I'm jumping on the same boat. Honestly, Pittsburgh's just way too good.
Thank God, no more Ottawa.
Sens in 4. Done.
There it is.
Just calling this
Bobby Ryan Conn Mike.
God. Like,
Can you
Pens
imagine?
in 4.
Oh, God.
Bobby Ryan Cosmite. Nice.
do you have a fire extinguisher to put out that safe?
Typo, I meant Pens.
Okay, yeah, you got Pens.
No, honestly, yeah, you guys said it. Pens are too good. Crosby's on fire. Fleury's playing like a Hall of Fame goalie right now. Pens in 6. Pens in 6.
Nehemiah.
I'm gonna go with Pens just because I hate Ottawa too. But unlike you guys, I'm gonna go with Pens in 5.
Oh.
Okay.
My boat doesn't matter. I don't fucking know the East. So,
You might as well go Sens in 4.
I
Then.
might. I gotta be the outliner. I'm gonna say Pens in 6.
Yeah,
Or sorry.
Hold on.
Ottawa in
I
6.
think I have a
Just
quarter.
to fuck with
Flip it, and there's your...
Just to cause a rift, Ottawa in
Okay,
6.
thank God. Tom picked Ottawa, Jeff picked Pittsburgh. It's gonna work out.
All right. So here's our Minnesota pick for the.
I didn't call it sweep. Don't worry.
So
You just can't take Pittsburgh, eh? You
No,
gotta
I
go
can't take
Columbus.
Pittsburgh.
Come on, you gotta
I
pick
took
Phil,
Columbus.
man.
I took Washington. But then look at Ottawa. I said they would lose every time, so I'm fucked either way.
You gotta pick Pittsburgh, man. Come on, it's not good, eh?
Not good.
All right, so we got everybody Pittsburgh except for Tom's hot take.
Nice.
He's going with Sally's Cooch.
Fucking bring on the herp.
Oh God! All right, off to the west, boys. Hopefully, no herps out here.
God.
Preds and Ducks.
It's gonna be a smash mouth. No
This-
pun intended. It's gonna be a smash mouth series.
It's going to be awesome, man.
It's
I
gonna
think it
be a
should be
wonderful
way
series.
better of a series than Ottawa, Pittsburgh.
Well, I think 'cause you
the
you
West
got-
is always a better.
You
series.
got
Yeah,
more of a
tougher
grinding,
series.
run and gun
Because
series.
Exactly.
both teams are firing on all cylinders right now. So.
Yeah,
Yep.
they are.
Yeah.
And you got
Yep.
two goalies who have been on crack.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think Gibson has
Although,
struggled more
yes.
than Rene.
Just gonna say that. Gibson's a little bit
Yeah.
inconsistent.
If you
at
compare the
times.
two, I would.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would agree.
like I would take Rene right now. Not
Yeah.
saying if I'm building a franchise, I'm
Yeah.
taking Rene, but
Yeah.
Right.
currently
Yeah.
in the playoffs, I think Rene's
Yeah.
playing better.
Gibson
Gibson has
has
struggled
shaky
a bit
moments.
in
Gibson's
the
giving up a
Edmonton
lot of
series
those,
too. He's
like,
struggled a bit.
soft goals.
Oh God!
But then he's
Fucking
also had
Draisaitl
games-
hat-trick?
Oh my God.
But then he's also
Not
had
even
games
that,
where he's been on drugs.
The breakaway with
True.
What was that guy in Edmonton? Like the fighter.
Lucic?
No.
Oh,
What,
Cassian.
Cassian.
that was garbage.
That was a
Yeah.
bad
That was
goal.
garbage.
Yeah, that was
Bad
awful.
goal.
Slid right
I don't even
through
think
him.
he shot it. I think he just let the stick
No,
and
he
went through
didn't
his
shoot.
leg.
I think he just fanned on it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it just
that's-
went in.
but every goal has had those kind of nights, though.
I know, but it seems like
I
he's
mean,
having
look
A little
at-
bit more
aura.
consistent
Yeah,
with Gibson
but-
right
But,
now.
but look at
so-
your all-star and Brian Elliott. How that went. Obviously, it didn't work out.
Compare Brian Elliott to Gibson.
let's not-
I'm just saying, the discussion was Elliott might have stole the series, Steve.
Yeah.
So
It's not good.
every goalie has their off night. It is what it is. But
It's true. He
as,
looked like-
as much as
That was
Gibson
every
has,
night, bro.
Yeah,
much
there's
as-
off night, then off series.
but as much as Gibson has like one bad game where he shits the bed, 5-6er, the next
Yeah.
night he's letting in one
It's
or two,
funny
like
though,
Talbot.
Anaheim won.
They have their bounce
Yeah, but
back.
compared to a goalie like Fleury, when was his off night?
To
This
Tom's
When he got
playoffs?
shelled for 7?
To Tom's point,
Yeah,
though,
what? What else?
Game
What other
six.
soft
Game
goals?
6
Yeah,
against
game
the Caps.
I
six.
can't remember any soft goals he
I
let
don't
in
know,
this.
the Tom-
Okay, not
Fleury-
soft goals. I don't know
But
about. I don't remember.
He's let
soft
in
goals.
goals. It's not that he's.
I'm
I think-
just
you know,
saying
I think to Tom's point, even though Anaheim won the series, Gibson had an off series.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm, yeah, exactly.
But I
Like,
mean-
it did go to 7. Like,
Fleury
it
has
just
been
wiped
better
the
than
floor with
Gibson
them.
in my example
And
that
they
I
were
just
2
brought
minutes
up.
away from winning
Way more
that,
consistent.
Exactly,
that
yeah.
game 6, right?
Yeah.
Not
The-
He
perfect,
was
but more
tied in the
consistent.
second, and then I forget when they
The
scored
interest
third.
now, I think, is going to be. I think both goalies will play decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No question.
You really start to compare. Like I would match them even on goalies,
even on defense, they're both defense are stacked.
Yeah.
I would give Nashville the edge on defense, to be honest. As to why they're playing right now.
Well, I think
Anaheim has
experience.
a little bit more potential in their defense. I think
Yeah.
Nashville's defense right now on the books
It's
better.
good, yeah.
Because you look
I
at
agree with
Brandon
that.
Montour, you look at
Those
Josh
guys are- Those guys
Manson.
will be good, but they're not like
but they're
an
playing
Ekholm,
Shea
Subban,
Theodore.
Ellis, and Yossi established guys right
They
now.
couldn't
That's the
hold
thing.
off
Ryan
Edmonton
Ellis,
perfectly. I watched a lot of that series.
No,
they
they
couldn't
did.
hold off Edmonton at times.
Yeah.
Just to further your point,
Right.
that
And that's
I
the thing,
think
a
Nashville
guy
D
like
is better.
Arvidsson
Yeah,
could
yeah.
cause a lot of troubles
Yeah,
for some of these
exactly.
younger defensemen.
We didn't like Don Cherry's beauty, Austin Watson.
Oh, Austin Watson. I mean, forwards look are going to be pretty even.
I give the depth to Nashville. I think.
On forward?
I think I would give the depth to Nashville.
I think I'd give Anaheim.
I like the
depth on
Ducks.
forward.
I think Nashville can run 3 lines.
Raquel and
Yeah, I think
Silverberg
good.
and
I think Ducks can
quietly
almost go
Perry can show
4.
up. Who knows, right?
But the thing is, Ducks can shuffle their first line so within the game, and that's going to be an advantage for them.
Yeah.
Because they can just throw out Getzlaf, Perry, and Raquel. But if they want to put Raquel back on the second line, they can throw Richie
That's
or
true.
Thompson or somebody
Well,
on the
then
first line.
you
And
look-
they can keep retooling that first line.
The Silverberg, Andrew
Silverberg,
Cogliano.
yeah.
You got
Kessler,
Kessler.
yeah.
Whereas, like, the National, they have to keep that Jofa line intact, right? Like, they can't break that up. They got to go to the well. With
Look,
Jofa. It's a good line.
I'm also continuing riding my hot streak of calling Nashville. So fuck y'all.
Well,
Logic
you do
out the
know- you do
window.
know that.
Totally kidding.
I'm letting you go on the predictions first. I can piggyback on your West.
Steve's jumping on the Tom and Jeff bandwagon.
Absolutely.
Take his West, take his East for money.
That's it. That was my lesson.
All right, so Tom, start us off then, man. What are we thinking for the series?
Oh, it's going to be rough. I think it's going to really come down to a battle of who can score more. I think it will be a defensive series. And I'm riding Nashville. I'm riding Nashville to the tune of 5.
Ooh.
Nashville 5?
Nashville 5. I think.
Holy shit, the
I
hot
think
takes.
Johansson's on fire. I think
Jeff, where's the
Neil's.
fire extinguisher?
Yeah, I know. Jesus
I think
Christ.
Neil's money right now.
Cooch is on fire.
Oh my
That-
god.
the top-
Sally's heading back to the doctor right now because that thing is just itching up, man.
Sis.
Listen, I gotta fucking employ or fucking ointment 3 times a day, okay? Relax.
Oh, God.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
God.
Nashville 5.
Nashville 5.
Nid, you want to jump into the next one?
I'll take Nashville in 6, though.
Nashville in 6. All right. Lots of Mike.
I'm feeling Ducks this series, to be honest.
Like
Jumping
I
up.
just about
I just like their
Caps.
offense.
Jumping on the Ducks, eh? Here we
Yeah.
go.
I just like their offense. And they got past Edmonton, who I thought were amazing this playoffs. So if they can take out Edmonton, they can take out Nashville, in my opinion. So
Interesting. How many games?
say 6.
6.
Yep.
Steve.
Shit, I'm kind of split on this one.
Steve.
I will say before Steve gives his, it's either gonna be done in 5 or going the full 7.
See, that's what I thought about the
There's only
Edmonton
three
series.
options.
The whole
Three
thing is
options.
like,
But
Yeah, it's gonna be done in 3.
yeah.
it's 3. I don't know. This is
It's
good.
tough,
It's
right?
Tough. But
This one's definitely a lot tougher to pick than the other side.
I'll say this. I won't be surprised if Anaheim wins, but I'm going to be consistent. I've been shitting on Anaheim the entire playoffs. So I'm going to go against Anaheim again. I'm going to jump on Tom here in Nashville. But I'm going to say the reason why is because, like I said before, their defense is showing like they're firing on all cylinders. That defense is ridiculously stacked right now. And even if Rene it falls off a little bit and he can't keep up this heroic playoff run, that defense is going to insulate him a little bit. And Johansson is stepping up right now for Nashville. He's really becoming
Yeah,
the
he
leader
has.
on that team.
He's been good.
I mean, obviously Getzlaf is a legend on Anaheim too, and he's stepping up even more. You can argue.
Silverberg, there's a lot of guys there.
But I'm going to keep it consistent and go against Anaheim again. But I got to say 7 games for Nashville. Because I think it's going to be a close series again. And I won't be surprised, just like I was in the Edmonton-Anaheim one, I won't be surprised if Anaheim wins. But
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if
I'm
it
gonna
was
jump.
one.
I'll jump on the
It
Nashville
can go either
bandwagon.
way, really.
So Jeff's last one?
Yeah.
Cap it off.
This one's tough, man. I'm kind of like Steve on the last podcast where he's bouncing back and forth between Washington and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Where he's like, in your head, you can make arguments for both sides.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like, you have no surprise either
No.
way. Like, it could be 5, 6, 7 games, and
Right.
either or team
Like,
could
Nashville's
win,
proven
and you would just
themselves-
be like, well,
Nashville's proven
Renee maybe
themselves.
beat
That's
the
what I said
series.
about Pittsburgh and
Right?
Washington. I would not be shocked by any result.
And like
No,
the
'cause
funny,
they're
both that
funny
good.
thing is like Nashville is the 16th seed, but yet they're still in the same breath as every other team.
Everybody else.
Once you're in
Yeah.
the Final Four, all that goes to crap.
No,
if you
no,
ask me.
seeding
They're
doesn't
pretty
matter
much
at that point.
putting what the Kings did, pretty much. Like,
Basically,
Yeah.
they first won the cup.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
They
and you look
just
at
got into the playoffs, and then they just killed
It's actually a very
everybody.
good comparison when you think about
Well,
it.
yeah, they
have
just got in,
superstar
and then they just
goalie
killed
like
everyone.
Rene, amazing defense. Their offense, who was the best forward at the time?
Kopitar.
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 Kopitar, Dustin
Brown
Brown was
was
actually-
Yeah,
Mike
Dustin Brown
Richards
was an
before the
actual good
drugs.
player.
Brown, yeah.
Before the coke in Vegas, it was a good
Yeah.
time. That was pretty. It was a solid team, and that's what Nashville looks
It's a
like
good
right now.
comparison.
It's tough because like I have been riding the Ducks, but I don't know how they're going to match up defensively with some of these younger, potentially more inexperienced defensemen who are not looking bad.
No.
Which
Not
is
at all.
which is making it
Not at
more
all.
difficult. Because that's what I want to say. I give the edge to Nashville for. But when you see Montour out there skating and leading the rush, and when you see
Theodore and
you know
those guys.
Manson and Theodore absolutely ripping it, like it
Yeah.
makes it. I find it a lot harder
That's to go with Lindholm and Vatanen.
exactly who are both
Exactly.
superstars
In their own right.
in their own right. But I think I'm gonna have to agree with Steve that it's gonna go
Oh,
7.
shit. That's not good for you, Chad.
No, my feeling for
good,
this
eh?
when I first saw the lineup was it'll be a long series.
Yeah, I think
Because
so,
I
too.
feel like you're going to get a night where Gibson might steal a game and where Anaheim's offense is going to take over.
Yeah.
Then you'll have the game on the total opposite where Nashville's going to shut them down. Rinne's going to have a solid game.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Nashville squeaks out like a 2-0 win or something.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to go Nashville and I'm going to take them in 7.
That's shit.
So that's the first time
I'm
I think.
shocked that I'm the only
We
one that
all
picked
have.
Ducks.
Oh, for a second, I thought
No,
we all
you
went
picked
Nash.
Yeah.
Nobody else picked Ducks, eh?
No.
Have we ever gone like fully?
Have we
No.
all agreed on
Have
one
you
team?
unanimous?
No?
Never.
one series?
There's always been one guy
Well,
who
we
had to
still
be
haven't
the
yet.
Well, I
pain in the
personally
ass.
fucked you guys around Ottawa.
Yeah,
I was
well,
gonna say, that's the closest.
And Minnesota.
Yeah. Did anyone pick Minnesota? Said you?
No.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll say they with Columbus.
So there it is.
All right.
Preds in 7, but I can totally see Ducks
Yeah, it's gonna be a
potentially
tough time.
flipping
It's
the
gonna be
case.
again. The
It'll be like
Columbus-
Washington and
Yeah.
Penguins.
It'll be,
Gibson for me
again,
is the
another
piece though that
entertaining series.
also is big.
It
'Cause
comes
I-
down to the goaltending.
That's the thing. My thought is like I can see Gibson just going Carey Price and be like, okay,
Good.
guys, I'm taking the
He
series.
has
It's
that
fine.
ability.
Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So there's our predictions, guys. We're
100%.
getting down to the nitty gritty now. Our next
Yeah.
one's going to be the finals.
Shit.
Down to one series.
Yep.
Then we can start
It's gonna be
talking expansion drafts, NHL entry draft,
Free agency.
a lot of big
Agency.
stuff, free agency. We got a lot of big shit coming, man. And it's exciting times right now.
Best time to be a hockey fan.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap this one up, as we mentioned kind of in the middle of the podcast, let's talk about a couple of those teams who were kind of our favorites, maybe who didn't move on. Washington.
Capitals, yes.
And I-
Chicago. I don't know.
Chicago, Edmonton, like what are we seeing for these teams now going into the offseason?
Yeah.
Because I think like some of the teams we know, there's no shock. Like we know what the Leafs, we talked about
Right,
them a
right,
bit
right,
already. You know, a team like the Rangers, obviously they might be
They're not
looking
gonna do
to
anything drastic.
yeah,
No,
nothing
no,
too
too
crazy.
drastic, yeah.
You know, we might see Antti Ranta starting to take over some starts from Lundqvist if he starts slowing
I
down.
don't see him as starter material.
Maybe.
Though, really.
You never
Not
know.
next year, maybe the
You
year
never know.
after.
Look
Maybe
what
year
Cam
after.
Talbot was in behind
That's
Lundqvist,
true,
and look what
yeah.
he became.
Yeah.
So I mean, I specifically I'd like to go into Washington because I think
Yeah.
we've had great debates
Yeah, we
about.
talked about
It
this.
is
Since the
definitely
loss-
the biggest question mark out of all the
I think
teams.
we need to get the fire extinguisher up for some of these takes.
Yeah.
That we got to blow up the
Let's
team,
not
trade
have a-
everybody.
You're not
No,
scorching
no.
the earth in
They
Washington.
literally dominated the regular season, and they lost in a game 7 to Pittsburgh, which
But-
is one of the best teams.
But the
maybe
problem
in
is-
history,
with
like
their,
Crosby
with their
and
best
Malkin.
player being injured too.
Yeah,
But the problem
exactly.
is
So
when
it's
you
Sidney
can't-
like,
Crosby.
let's not jump the boat here. Like they're an amazing team and
But
so
when you
deep.
but when you can't make it past the second round every year, something has to change. Something.
Yeah,
Because-
agree.
because now,
But
like,
now
you-
it's like
but
now
the
you
answer
you
isn't
change.
trading.
but you establish your core though.
Ovechkin
Still.
and Holtby.
Yeah, no,
People
no,
are saying
no,
this.
no.
Because
no.
on paper,
No,
you've
no.
got a stacked team. Like, you look at it, like, if you're the GM of Washington, you look at your paper, what do you do?
Yeah.
How do I make this better?
I know it's frustrating if you're that
But
GM.
see
What do you
me,
improve?
it's
Exactly.
some pieces have to move. Now, I'm not one of the people who's like, oh hey, go trade Holtby, go trade Ovechkin back. Like that's
Which apparently
stupid.
no,
No.
team will take.
No.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Exactly.
my
I
life.
can't stand
No.
these hot takes.
It's the
Yeah.
most
No.
ridiculous thing I've heard in my
Oh,
life.
let's not trade Ovechkin for Connor Brown and a first. Get the fuck out of here.
No team will take Ovechkin now.
No, you mean
Give him to me right now. I'll take him.
you can't trade the face of your franchise. Even if Ovechkin starts dropping down to be a 60-point player a year, 30 goals. If that's what he is, that's what he is. He's your guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
The guy got 30 goals in an off year.
Off year,
Like,
exactly.
that's what I mean.
I'm
Like,
throwing the hot take right now. It's not even that hot because he's Ovechkin. He's going to score 50 next year.
He could, yeah.
He could.
Why not?
you
There's
never
no,
know.
reason, there's no reason why he can't score
He'll get
50
20 or
again.
25 just on the power play.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Well, his Backstrom's on
People
that
have been
team.
saying that too. Oh, he's just a power play guy. Yeah, well, he scores a lot of power play goals.
Yeah. They get a lot of power plays.
I think the big thing for me, like again, we said it, they got to keep their core. So your Backstrom, your Ovechkin, those guys. I'd like to see them keep TJ Oshie.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he's
I
a
think
big.
they have to.
he's
He's
They
a big
have to.
difference
He was
maker.
so good for them.
But one thing that we did debate a little bit before in the podcast was I don't like Kuznetsov. I don't like Burakovsky.
And those two guys are going to be making
Okay.
big coin when they
Yeah.
resign.
I was just going to say,
RFAs.
I
Actually,
want to pull up.
Burakovsky, no,
they're
that's
both
not
no, they're
true,
both
but-
RFAs now.
Right, they're both RFA, so that's the problem. Is I think they're going to resign Kuznetsov.
You know who else is Nate Schmidt?
See,
also an
I
RFA.
think Naismith's
You
got to
know
sign.
who screwed over Kuznetsov is Kucherov in Tampa. Because
Yeah.
he took
That
that
bridge.
cheap-ass bridge deal in Tampa because Tampa has the incentive with the low tax or no tax at all.
Yeah.
The
So they-
incentive of Steve Yzerman is what they
No,
fucking
but
did.
because Steve
Yeah.
Yzerman, he exploits that, right? He knows the market that he's in. He
Yeah.
knows that a $4 million contract in Tampa is worth a $5.5 million contract somewhere
Based on
else,
taxes.
based on taxes and stuff like that. So
Okay.
and a dollar depending on the Canadian team or whatever, right?
So to help this discussion, I've got the Cap Geek here open.
Perfect.
We can
Okay.
look at
Okay.
salaries, what's expiring, who's UFA, RFA, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
what do you want to start with? Like, I think Kuznetsov is
You want to
interesting.
start
You're right.
forwards?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
because
He's
Burakovsky-
RFA this year.
Because does he get
Burakovsky
that,
too,
that-
he's
Making
RFA.
3 mil.
does he get that Kucherov comparison in
Yeah.
What was
if
his
he goes to
points this
arbitration
year?
or something
Does
like
anyone
that?
know?
Yeah,
Like,
can somebody
by
He was like a
Did he get 50
I think
or
it was a
60 even?
50-point guy
He
pushing
had a bit
60,
of an
I'm
off
pretty
year,
sure.
but-
Kuznetsov, like how many points?
If he was an
this
RFA last year, because I drafted him this year in
Well,
fantasy.
he was leading points.
Oh, God, he was
So
killing
if he
it.
killed the
Last
RFA
year.
last year, he's making Tarasenko money.
Yeah, I agree.
This year,
He might be, what, 5?
He's making
Probably?
3
I put
right
him at
now.
like
Making 3.
Yeah.
low
What's-
6, high 5.
Look up Kucherov on Tampa Bay. I want to see how much he actually signed for.
So I'm pulling up.
6 or
So
something?
this
No,
past
way
year,
less.
Kuznetsov had 59 points
Okay.
So you got
in
all
82
six.
games. So
I
19
love
goal
it. And
scorer,
that's an
40
off year.
assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is an
Quote,
off year.
unquote,
For
off year.
But see, so here's my thing with Kuznetsov. I feel like I don't like his game. I don't like what he brings. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Kuznetsov. I feel like if Washington's going to start changing, the philosophy a little bit, start making some tweaks. Like I want to see Tom Wilson play more minutes. I want to see him start jumping
Tom
up.
Wilson.
Tom
I agree.
Wilson?
Yeah.
I agree.
Tom
I
Wilson
think
gonna
Tom Wilson.
do?
is
He's a
good.
Tom Wilson,
I think
no,
he's a plug.
No, he's a plug.
I think it's
No.
a flash in the pan this
Yeah.
play. He did look good in the playoffs, but I think that's a flash in the
Yeah,
pan.
that's
No.
because he got more minutes than he should.
Yeah.
No,
And he also played against Toronto.
If
and
you
former
just came
Toronto
out and you
Toronto
said
boy, he
Patrick
always
Maroon
beat
looks
them.
like he has hands, he has this, he has that. If you've watched Tom Wilson when he played for the Windsor Spitfires, that guy can score goals.
Yeah, but
He's
He's
been
been.
Nick Kiprio's playing the OHL. He doesn't play well.
No, but I'm saying,
No,
if you look at a guy like Patrick Maroon, he's been a plug his entire career.
No, I brought
But
up the
he plays with McDavid, he scores 30 goals. So
Okay.
why can't a guy like Tom
So put
Wilson,
Tom
who's got
Wilson
more
with
tools?
McDavid, you're not going to put him with McDavid.
No, but I'm saying he has more tools than I feel like a Patrick Maroon,
I think
and he
I
brings
think
something a little
I
bit
think he's
different.
just a
I think he has less tools, to be quite honest
No,
with you.
no.
I think he's
Tom
like,
Wilson-
he's like
that's a good
another
you're right.
Komarov,
That's a good
pretty much.
comparison. I'll give you
Tom
that.
Wilson has been groomed to be that player. It's like what Sean Couturier is in Philly.
Oh, Sean Couturier is a defensive forward.
Dude, did you see Sean
That's
Couturier
yo.
in junior?
Defensive
No,
center
now
he
in the
was.
NHL, I'm saying.
But that's
I'm
why.
saying
He was
became a
made.
two-way center. Tom Wilson is not a two-way
No, but I'm
guy.
saying those players became that because of what their team made them. They
Right.
don't necessarily they don't have to be that player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like Tom Wilson could be a guy who maybe changes
But
what
usually
that
that's
team
not
looks
by
like.
choice. They become that player because they can't score at the level that they did in junior.
Yeah.
So
Or they
in order
just-
to stay
yeah.
in the league, they had
They
to
have
change
to
their
adapt
game.
to
But
Tom
that's the
Wilson.
thing. They never got a chance to.
So
Like,
Well, I'm sure they were given every chance.
Wilson never got top 6 minutes. Never.
So by
Never
the way,
once.
Oh, when you got
context
guys
is-
like freaking Ovechkin
Yeah, look at the
and
team that he's
But-
on. He's
but
not
that's the
defensive.
thing.
Netsov and
But that's the thing.
Burakovsky
When you
and
need-
Johansson, Marcus Johansson.
When you need to change philosophy, sometimes you have to give another player an opportunity to make a push. And I feel like
I just don't think he's
I
that
don't
player
think
to
he's
get-
I'm
that
not
kind of
saying he's the
player.
one that's going to change the franchise, but I'm saying for me, like, I could see a guy like him get more minutes, get out there,
Yeah,
play a more
I mean,
grinding style.
I agree with Jeff. I
right?
totally agree with
Why?
Jeff.
You're
I could see
gonna-
him.
No
I could see him
way.
getting more
I don't-
minutes
I
for
don't-
sure.
How many more minutes?
That's not such a hot take in my
He
It's
opinion.
could definitely be a
Like a 13-minute
second
guy.
line,
You can play in your second
13
third line guy.
Second line?
Yeah.
Third
I
line
could
for
see him
sure.
playing second
Are you
line.
even
And
are you
Davos.
high?
How long is Justin Williams going to last here? He's a UFA
Oh,
this
he's
year.
probably not going to.
Yeah,
So
but
there you
it's
go.
not
That's
like
one
they don't
guy
have
gone.
prospect
Unless-
in their system.
Unless-
Justin Williams is a more hell of a player than Tom Wilson is.
I don't think
Oh man, he's
he
35.
played on the second line and he's like 35.
No, but Williams would be a guy who you signed 1 year, like $2 million. Like, you just want to keep
Yeah,
him
but
in
I don't-
that
I don't
bottom
think they're gonna-
6.
I don't- I
No.
think they're going to walk
No
away from
way.
him.
No, yeah,
They'll let
because
him
obviously they need money in other places. That's we're talking about the RFAs.
Oshie,
They got
too.
some options.
So-
Oshie's a must keep for
Oshie
you.
So I was just going to mention Wilson. He's only 23. He's a young guy. So I
Yeah.
kind of agree with Jeff.
Yeah,
he
he's
can
young.
slot in. He's only making $2 million, and he's still got 2 years left in his contract. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's next year would be his chance to
To-
give him those
if
minutes
he
to see
gets it,
if
right?
That's only
if it does pan out.
even if he gets, I don't think he's getting.
You
more
guys
than, like, 30
mentioned
points.
Johansson. I wanted to mention that. So
Marcus
he's
Johansson.
making 4.5 for the next 3 years.
Yeah, because
So he's
he
sticking
was
around.
he was supposed to be a number 1 center.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
was
fell off.
He was supposed to
be
take
supposed
over, right? They didn't know if Backstrom was going to stay around his entire
he could be
career.
a 2
But he's like a 2,
and a half.
3-ish,
Yeah.
like a 2B, almost. I want to say.
Burakovsky's
Well-
an RFA, by the way. You guys mentioned him as
Burakovsky
well.
Yeah, I
is
told
a
that.
mystery. I don't even know what he is.
He's only
He-
22.
Well, that's the thing. He's young.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know what he he is.
But
Like,
he can score.
I don't know what to like project him as. I don't know what I would keep him to slot him as. Like, it's just he's kind of there.
Who do you compare him with?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's tough because like he's had no consistency.
He's almost like Panic.
Yeah, but is it like is
And
it
they gave him a 2-year
is it
deal.
too
I
early-
know.
Like, is it too early to give up on him, or is it like that's
No,
what
they
I
won't
mean.
give up on him. Isn't he like a sophomore?
He'll be the cheapest of the bunch
Making
of
900,000.
No,
Yeah.
but what is this his second
Entry
year?
level contract.
Burakovsky?
So he's just
So
finished, he's finished his
so
three
he's
then.
exempt from the expansion draft,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
fine.
But see, that's why I feel like for Washington, see, if if I was Washington GM, I would want to start changing some of those pieces and start changing the scenery
But I
a little
wouldn't
bit.
start
Going
trading
back-
like two 22-year-olds.
Going back to what you said, I think
Not
Kuznetsov
22s,
is one
but-
of those guys that you keep because the risk is worth the reward.
I hate him though.
Is I think if you just keep
He's got
Kuznetsov?
keep
That's
patience
potential.
with him, that he's gonna break out. Oh, he already has
Kuznetsov?
broken out, but
He's
Kuznetsov, yeah.
already got almost 60 points.
I know, but he needs to find that consistency. 'cause
yeah, he's
too
on the
up-
second
too up-
line, and he's
too
playing
up
with
and down.
Williams and I don't know who
Oshie.
the. No, Oshie played with back.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oshie was
yeah.
top line with Ovechkin and Backstrom.
But you know what I mean? Like, there was times in that series where, like, the back half of that Pittsburgh series, he kind of took over a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just hate the hot takes that you gotta blow up this team,
No.
trade.
Not blow up.
Ovechkin's there for another 5 years. Backstrom's making, which I find small, only 6.5, and he's
No,
there
that-
for another
that's a
4
cap-friendly
years.
contract.
That's a
Yeah.
big cap.
For
For the
Oh,
guy, for a
yeah.
guy who puts
Well,
up 70,
how many
80
more
points a
years?
Top
year.
10 players,
He's
top
exactly.
10
He's gonna be a
players.
top
So
10
it's like,
point
oh,
producer.
yeah.
Ovechkin and Backstrom are staying on this team.
Absolutely.
No,
That's
that's
not
not
gonna
even
go
that's not even a
You know what I
question.
mean?
That'd be like Toronto
And I
trading
think
like
Jeff-
Matthews and
We were
Nylander.
talking before. We were kind of opposite sides. I think you have to keep Carlson. He's one like the staple.
Carlson
I totally
is
agree
the
with
But
that.
you wanted to move him
He
out,
is
and I
the
don't know
anchor
why.
of that defense.
Yes.
I don't
You
know.
can't trade
Again,
him.
for me, it's always like a change of scenery. I feel like sometimes it works out
Like,
better
your D
if
is
you can
locked
find
up.
But
yourself
like, then
into a
you're
different
gonna be
situation.
wanting. You're gonna be looking
What
for
about
that
Schmidt? Isn't
Carlson.
he like an RFA?
I don't know. See,
Oh, and
Like,
To
I
me,
think
so-
Niskanen and Carlson.
it depends
and
whether-
Schmidt are the guys you gotta keep.
it depends.
Orlov and Schmidt are
Yeah, so guys, I'm
RFAs.
looking at the D contracts. I mean, they're more or less locked up, except for Orlov and Schmidt.
See,
who
I don't
are
like
RFAs.
Orlov.
No, I don't like.
I don't like
either.
Orlov. Like,
Yeah,
I think
agree.
Schmidt is looking pretty solid.
I like Orlov.
You could throw him in the lineup.
Shattenkirk.
Orlov is just kind of like he's
there.
clumsy.
I'd
there,
keep-
doesn't really
I'd keep
do
Schmidt over Orlov.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, I would.
Okay,
Yeah,
if I had to
between
pick, I'd
100%.
pick Schmidt.
I would too.
100%. See, like I would look to package like Orlov and Burakovsky and Getzelman.
If you could do that, I would do that.
You know what I
See,
mean?
that's why I would.
Change of
I would
scenery,
be much
right?
more
Well, it also
comfortable
depends what you get
giving-
back,
like,
too.
giving up is in quotations here, but I would be much more comfortable giving up a Burakovsky to get something than a Kuznetsov.
But if you give Kuznetsov, you're still going to get something. It's not that you're
Yeah,
giving
Yeah,
him
but
up
it's
for
more like
nothing.
what do you get?
But
Yeah.
he's
Like,
only,
what do you want?
But he's only an RFA.
So
you can't get a lot
for
an RFA.
Washington,
That's right.
I
Yeah,
like
like, what do you
I'd
want?
like to see a gritty scorer. I'd like to see on their team.
Okay, but you trade away Kuznetsov, you trade away your second line center.
Isn't Johansson playing second line center?
Yes,
No,
so
he's
Hansen's
not.
playing
Yeah,
center.
No, he's not.
yeah.
He's a winger.
Yeah, who is center on that
No,
line?
Hansen's a center.
Johansson plays center.
Kuznetsov is centering that second line.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This might be a hot
I
take.
think Kuznetsov was centering because I did have him in my
I've
fantasy
seen him
pool.
play wing and center though. I feel like him and Johansson they changed it up depending on who's taking better
Yeah,
draws that
yeah.
night.
You look at the positions here; it's all over the map. Marcus
Yeah.
Johansson's all three. Because Netsov is.
Well, there you have it. He's all three.
Yeah, so basically it ends up like the
There you
Leafs
go.
did with Nylander and Matthews. Whoever's taking better draws, you're
Yeah,
taking the center
exactly.
position,
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
and you switch it up as
I-
needed.
I don't agree with that. Trade Kuznetsov for a gritty
No,
forward.
I'm not
No
trading
team is going to
Kuznetsov.
trade a good goal scorer for Kuznetsov.
Yeah.
I'm not
You have a
trading
good goal
Kuznetsov.
scorer.
You
Why
don't
trade him?
I
trade
think
Kuznetsov.
you could trade, like you said, that package that you said, Burakovsky and
Unless you
somebody
make
else.
And Orlov.
Unless you
Orlov,
find some
you could get
magical
some-
You have
Taylor
to get-
Hall for Larson
yeah.
kind of deal, but what?
But that's the thing. If
stunt
that kind of a
defenders
deal
out
can
there?
happen, why can't Washington make a deal?
No, they can, but I just don't know what.
I don't think
I
they
can't think
will.
of one off the top of my head.
But did you ever think of Larson and Hall?
What
That
defend-
blew everyone
Yeah,
out
that
of the
blew
fucking
everyone
But that's what I think.
That
To me now, when you
shocked
see a deal like
everybody.
that, anything's possible.
Okay, so that's what makes
Yeah,
it
but
interesting.
who-
What defender would be on the
But
market?
that's the thing. Like you say, you want to trade Kuznetsov and Burakovsky, but you have to say what do you want back and who do you get back. Like you got to start saying names instead of just
That's what's
something.
interesting. So what defender would be on the market hypothetically?
I honestly say I don't think any trades are going to go down until the protected and unprotected lists break out.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
really, that's
yeah,
where
that's
it's going to
right.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's going to
yeah.
be a game
I'll
changer.
just
Like,
like,
But it's more
The
like we're talking
expansion draft is
theoreticals
going to be
here.
like a trade deadline 2.0 type of thing.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, I just think like people are going nuts that Washington. Has to
No,
blow
you
it
should,
out
I
with
don't
Steve
agree you
at
should
it.
blow it
You
out.
do your Chicago routine. You have an amazing core.
Yeah.
You just tweak
Well,
it
it's
here
like,
and there.
like
You
we
shuffle
thought, like
the
I was
deck.
talking about before, San Jose. Everyone's like, yeah, you got to get rid of Thornton and Marlowe. They're not
No.
getting it done. They're not getting it done. They choke. They
Crazy.
choke. They choke. They did, but they kept to it. They retooled a little bit, and they finally made that cup
But
final.
they've also had guys who started playing better. Like Logan Couture finally became a full-time NHL
Right.
superstar.
And that's
But
what
that-
Kuznetsov's
That's
Tom-
what
Tom
we're saying. You got to
Turtle,
show
right?
that patience with
Like,
Kuznetsov.
Why
though.
would you trade Kuznetsov? You
But I
don't.
don't know. For me, like that, I feel like that team lacks heart. I'm sorry, that's what I feel like Washington's missing, because Ovechkin Ovechkin doesn't score in the big game. He doesn't win it. Backstrom, he can't do it by himself. And I start looking around that roster, that locker room. No, I look around that locker room and I don't see the guy who's going to be that.
But Oshie seems to be the guy that stepped up.
But that's why I
Oshie,
really
yeah.
hope they keep him. I think
Yeah.
that's a first step for
I hope
them.
they don't. So
to
we
I
be
can
hope
a
they
game
don't.
changer.
Exactly.
I
I want
think he'll
Lou,
get
I
his
want
money.
Lou to snipe Oshie right now.
If they lose him, that whole team might be going like they're not going to be as good as they're not winning the President's Trophy.
If
No, it's
they,
gonna
She's a
hurt.
stud.
if they lose Oshie, they need Kuznetsov to step it up
Oh, fuck
a
yeah.
little bit more.
The thing that like Oshie brings though is like he's such a good two-way forward,
Yeah.
but he's so creative on the ice.
Oh fuck!
And like he snipes, he passes, like
He's
the guy
that
does
guy-
hits,
everything.
He's that guy that he's like a mix of every type of
He
player.
seems
Poor
like the
man's
leader on
Patrick
that
Kane.
team.
Not to
Yeah.
undercut.
He seems like the leader on that team.
Yeah,
Would you say?
he seems like a leader. I would think.
He seems like that guy. That
I feel like
would,
Like on the ice.
Oshie's
He's
by
not like a
example.
like,
I
cheerleader
feel like
type,
he's
but-
like the secondary leader. Like I feel like he's the guy who's next to
Right.
the guy who should be the leader. But I don't know who that is. Like I don't know. Like is it
I swear
Ovechkin?
to God, it's Hopi. That's who it is.
Honestly, yeah.
No, I think Ovechkin is still a good leader. Everyone keeps calling him out.
Yeah.
Saying he's not a leader.
I
he's
think
not
he gets
this
way
and
too
that.
much
But when
I
you
think
see-
he's one of the most passionate guys in the league.
Yeah,
He
but
loves his team.
when
He
you
loves
also
the
see
sport.
him like, how about that gaff from like 2 years ago, where I think it was against the Rangers, and you see Holtby makes a huge save, and you see Ovechkin back checking in a push glide,
Yeah,
and the
not
guy
good.
rips it. Like, see that to me, there's
I
no
know,
heart
those
there.
type of things are stupid. I
Like
agree.
that takes away from what your
But when
teammates
was
look
this?
at
How
you.
many years ago?
That was like 2-3 years ago.
I think he's matured since then.
What do you mean? He's fucking
I-
35,
you
like
see
33
that
years
first
old.
Goal in Game 7. Like
Yeah.
it was a lazy hit, and then the guy.
I don't put this on Ovechkin.
I'm
They
not.
lost in a Game 7.
I'm not
Like,
saying
it's-
Ovechkin is the problem, but I'm saying I feel like there needs to be somebody who steps up as the core leader who
Yeah, I
leads
think
by
he is the
example
leader.
every
Again,
game.
I mean, like you say,
That's not a leader, a guy who back checks with his head down.
He
Game
scored the
7,
game-winning goal in Game 6, so now all of a sudden he's not a leader.
I think
So he
Bob
scores
Mc-
one goal. It's
Bob
gotta be a night in,
McKenzie
night out.
said it perfectly after the Game 7. We give him all this crap, blah, blah, blah. But he had that shot in the second, I think it was the second period where it hit Fleury's shaft of the stick.
Yeah.
If that goes in, it's a 2-1 game, and if they tie, then this talk doesn't exist. So it's like, we need to stop being
No,
so
I still feel it.
narrow-minded and, like,
Like I don't
he's
care
not
about.
bad.
I'm not saying Ovechkin's a bad player. I think you're misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is for Ovechkin, I don't feel like he's a consistent leader. I don't think night in, night out, he's,
Every year he scores 50 goals.
That's what
I'm saying
nice
for the
in the
way he plays
season.
on the ice, man. That's what I'm talking about. He scores goals,
Yeah.
yeah, and like you said, most on the power play when he gets to park his ass on the wall and do nothing.
Yeah, but they
So,
still
yeah,
have to get open,
I think
too.
the point I'm trying to make is this loss to Pittsburgh in particular doesn't justify questioning people's leadership here. They just lost to a really
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
goddamn
like,
good
they were
team.
not
But
giving
it's not
Pittsburgh
just
enough
this
credit.
year I'm
You know what I
questioning.
mean?
I
Like-
feel like they need an identity. They need somebody to step in and
Yeah.
be that
Or
guy.
Is Pittsburgh just better? Are they like
They are.
like the Patriots? You lose to the Patriots every year. You're not going to be like, wow, we fucking
I see
suck.
it like
blow
that.
it up.
But what was
Like,
the last discussion, last podcast? It was Washington is built to beat Pittsburgh this year. They're going to do it, boys. And now we're saying, oh, but they lost to Pittsburgh, so they're good.
Well, we
Where do you
thought-
draw the
Yeah,
line
you
there?
can't do it.
You
Both
can't
ways.
say
You
both
can't go
ways.
both
We thought they were, but Pittsburgh just clearly is better.
No, but you can't come out and say that Washington's built to win. They're going to do it now. This is the team. And then now go look back and say, oh, but Pittsburgh's good, man.
I can say a team is built to win, but not be shocked that they lost to a better team, if that makes sense.
But you
I
said
think that
they
was
were the
last
better
week.
team. You
One is
can't
a-
play both sides of
one's
the
a prediction
card.
and one's a result. After we watch the series, you realize that Pittsburgh is still the better team.
I don't know. I feel like when you throw out the bomb and you say, no, Washington's built to win now. They're going to do it. They're the better team
That's what
coming
we
to the
thought,
series.
but clearly we were wrong.
But I feel like, again, you can't play both sides of the fence. And I feel like, so Washington, they have some needs that need to be addressed. And for me, I feel like, obviously, they have guys who score goals. You said Ovechkin scores. Backstrom is your stud playmaker who plays an unbelievable two-way game. Oshie, they have to keep, is a must for me. And I'll keep stressing that to the
I
end.
agree with you. on that.
He's an absolute stud. And I feel bad for St. Louis that they had to lose out on him. Contracts
Yeah,
are an
that was a
issue.
bad trade.
That was
Right?
a bad trade.
It is what it is.
Well, that
And
was a Brower trade.
Brower.
Brower,
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, like, what do you get back in a Brower?
Not
You know what I
much.
mean? It's not the guy. He's not the guy.
It's Tom Wilson in 5 years.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, man. I'm
Exactly.
telling you, Tommy
I'm
Wilson.
totally with you, Steve. Though I just think they lost to a slightly better team. Like
think
it's
it's
not
like
you're not
Overreacting because you
questioning-
lost to the Patriots.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing
Yeah.
where you can't just get hyped on you keep losing to that
And I'm-
team and they're so much better.
And I'm thinking in my head, like when Chicago lost to LA in the conference finals that one year. Did everybody crap on Chicago that year? No, they just lost to freaking LA, who was goddamn amazing.
Yeah, that's
you know what I
true.
mean.
I know, but
They didn't start
Chicago,
saying straight Taves, straight Kane, they're garbage, leadership
But-
out the window.
but
No, they stuck
Taves'
to the
leadership
plan.
has never been questioned. Not once. He is
I
captain
know
series
that.
for a reason. They
I-
wanted to
I
give
know
Taves
that.
captaincy over
Another
Crosby,
thing is
man.
that Chicago has won the cup, so losing.
Yes,
to
I know it's not the
like,
perfect
Yeah.
comparison.
If Washington won the cup and they lost against Pittsburgh, then no one's having this
That's the
conversation.
thing. When you have a team who loses every year and can never make it past the second round, there's a problem. I'm sorry.
Well,
the thing
this
is,
whole
San Jose-
not make it past the second round
But
is kind of
everyone
BS
pla-
because of the bracket. I want to mention that.
Yeah, I know.
That
it's
should
just-
be a conference final.
Yeah, sure.
that's
It's
true.
it's
That's
tough.
bullshit.
It's tough getting Pittsburgh.
Just a bit of a side note.
And everyone was questioning, like I said, Marlon Thornton and San Jose, and then they finally got it done.
But has San Jose won the cup?
No, but they made it to the final.
Okay, but still, they haven't won the cup.
I know, but they did what you said. They can't get past the second round. They can't get past, then they made it to the final.
Yeah, you stick to the plan.
I mean,
like
again, but tweaks have to be made. Things have to be changed.
Absolutely. You can't
shuffle
just,
the
like,
deck
show
with
up
your
the
third or
same
fourth
team.
liners, but this whole.
But see,
Jake
I don't
Kuznetsov
think they have a
trade-
bad third or
No,
fourth
you
line.
don't trade any of those guys.
Yeah.
To me, they don't have a
Why?
bad
Their
third or fourth
expendable
line.
doesn't matter.
I think their third and fourth
Trade
line
them.
is good.
22-year-old. You
I don't
can't
see
trade
any
them.
issues with their
No,
bottom
they're talking about
six.
the fourth line guys.
Oh, fourth line is.
I'm just saying you
That's
don't
what
make
I'm saying. That's what
drastic
I'm saying.
Yeah, I
changes
thought
to
you
a
guys
team
were
that
still on the
destroyed the
Kuznetsov
regular
Bukowski.
season
But
and
what's-
lost to Pittsburgh.
But
in
what's
7.
drastic? Nobody's saying trade Holtby, trade Ovechkin, trade Backstrom.
Kuznetsov is
A lot of
drastic.
people are saying
I think
that.
yeah.
I
trading
don't think he
Kuznetsov
is.
He's
You
one of
have
the
you
best
have to
young players in
give
the league.
something
No,
to
you
get
don't trade any of
something.
those. You
One
don't
of the
trade
best
That's the
upcoming
way it
players.
is. Hey, if Wayne Gretzky could get traded, fucking Kuznetsov can. I'm sorry.
Obviously, anybody can get traded. Subban was traded, and all.
But that's what I mean. Like Shea Weber, right? Like you're talking about a captain who got moved.
I know.
So I mean, for me, like something has to change, and I feel like that's a piece. So yeah, he's young, whatever. But you don't want to trade Ovechkin. You don't want to trade Backstrom. Somebody has to be
Honestly, I
expendable.
wouldn't be surprised if they didn't make a single change.
I'm with you there.
Well, they have to make something. They have a
Well,
budget.
there's gonna
Okay,
be there's
they'll
gonna be
bring in
changes.
another-
If you have
They'll
phase and
bring
not a
in-
phase,
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
There's gonna be a
They'll
change.
bring in
Double.
another fourth liner. Done.
But
That's
I'm just
it.
saying when you list their 5-6 core players, they're staying where they
They're
are.
staying.
Who's-
Yeah, yeah.
Carlson's
including
staying,
Kuznetsov,
Backstrom's
if you ask
staying,
me.
Kuznetsov's staying.
Do you think they make a
Bukowski's
pitch for like a Radulov?
No.
No,
No,
he'll stay in
Backstrom's not
Montreal.
leaving.
You think he's staying in Montreal?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Montreal's
so.
I
gonna
can't
pay him.
believe he even picked that.
I don't know about that one either.
They need
think
goal
so?
scoring, man.
No,
And
no, no.
Radulov's
If
the
Radulov
guy.
will decide to stay in
That's
that
what I'm saying. I think
contract,
Radulov
If they
wants
give
out.
him the money, that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's true.
Radulov's always been a greedy player, man. If he gets the money,
That's
he'll
why
stay.
he signed for
Yeah.
one
I'm-
season,
I'm-
and then he
I
dropped
know
crazy
what Tom's
points.
thinking. It's more, will Radulov want to stay in that disaster, or obviously Montreal will have him back.
If he gets
Well,
paid,
you
then
always
he
have the
doesn't
issue
care.
Radulov jumping back to the KHL at any
Yeah.
given moment, so you
Exactly.
never
That's a
know,
good
right?
question, yeah.
That's the thing. If Montreal pays him, he'll stay.
Watch out, Yakupov's now coming over to Washington too.
Oh, dear
That's
God.
a tire fire.
Yeah, enjoy that fourth line in St. Louis, bud.
He's off the- I don't think he's staying on the fourth line.
No, he's gonna end up in the presser, and that's the end of
He's
it.
going back to the KHL.
Honestly, he might as well because he's not getting playing time here, and if he's gonna get better, he might
You
as
have
well
to
take
go to
some
like
time away.
Phoenix to get like the top playing.
He won't even get time there, man. With all the young guys they have coming in, Christian Dvorak getting full time
If you
minutes.
can't get minutes in
Domi.
Phoenix, then you're done.
Yeah. If you couldn't at least made the fourth line in Phoenix, you're finished.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over. But I think
It's interesting talk, though.
it's
It
great.
is.
It's interesting, very interesting conversation. And I'm like, guys, we'd love to know what you guys think. What do you think the Caps need to do? Caps fans, anybody from Washington watching, what do you guys feel with your team? What specific players do you guys want to target? Who needs to stay? Who needs to move? Obviously, we're all pretty scattered here. I think we also agree, though, that your main guys need to stay. Your OBs, your Backstroms, whatever. They have an all-star goalie, and that's you build up from the back.
You
I'm a
have
firm
to. You
believer in
always
that.
hope you have a chance.
When you have a
Exactly.
franchise goalie and a Holtby who's not only athletic but a beast, like he's a big guy.
Yeah.
That only helps you, makes you better. It gives you confidence on your back end. Nate Schmidt looking great. So, Caps fans, what are you guys thinking? We'd
Really
love to
kind of
know.
makes me laugh that their goalies, like how they've developed, because they had Varlamov and
Neuwirth.
Neuwirth in
Neuwirth.
front of Holtby.
yeah.
Well, it was just an age thing, right? They were letting Holtby age perfectly in the minors.
It just amazes me, like the
It
goalies
is true,
they
yeah.
produced.
It was a
Plus,
seasoning.
it's like,
All
it's,
those
hard, it's
President's
still hard to
Trophy
believe,
wins,
but
it
like
was different
Varlamov
goalies every
was
year.
once upon a time a
Almost every
good
Didn't
goalie.
Jose Theodore one year?
Yeah, they did Theodore.
Yeah,
they did.
yeah.
When they
Right.
lost to Halak, wasn't it Theodore in that?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't remember, but it was.
I think it was Varlamov actually.
Might have
I
been.
think it was Varlamov, yeah.
Either way, yeah.
And Varlamov's
You're
a
right.
stud.
Good point, though.
He
At
was
that
a
point,
stud
he
on
was
Washington.
unreal.
was.
Russian
But I still remember
goalies,
Holtby's coming out party. We were downtown. We tried to go watch. It was the Rangers and Caps.
Halak game, yeah.
Remember Lundqvist and Holtby run drugs. It went like quadruple
double
overtime
overtime,
or some
yeah.
shit. Ryan
I think
McDonough.
Bauer will be pretty good too.
Yeah. But he's also probably gone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Expansion.
I mean,
sure.
he's
If-
not likely to be
Vegas would be
staying around.
stupid not to
Another
do it.
Windsor Spitfire player, actually.
Oh,
For
future
Bauer.
Tom Wilson. There you go.
Watch out, man. I'm telling you.
So I think this is an interesting question. Do the Caps win a cup in the next 5 years?
in
Yeah.
Ovi's contract.
In five, yeah, let's say 5 years. Do the
Such a
Caps
hard thing to say
win a
because
cup?
the team could drastically change in
Or
2
we
3
can,
years.
put a percentage on a probability
man,
on
that's
it.
tough because Tampa's going to make noise next season.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'd very much
Yeah.
like to say the Caps will do it, but I don't think they will.
They were decimated with injuries.
I don't
this
see it
season.
happening.
So you think it's less than 50%?
I'm just flat out saying
Way
no.
less than 50%.
Like zero. They're not going to win a cup.
I don't
in
think
these
they'll do it.
5.
I
I'll
think
give them
I'll give them
10%. That's
10,
it.
I
Is it
think
that low on them?
I
Because
think
it's
Washington's
the
on.
constant thing. It's the field. of like anybody else but Washington.
Oh.
I think Washington's on the decline more.
Toronto's
so
on
than,
the incline. Edmonton's on the
There you go.
incline.
Exactly.
That's what I'm getting at.
Nashville's on the incline. Pittsburgh won't die.
Pittsburgh's the Pepsi to the Coke.
I think
Rangers
will get
are
better
not gonna
too. Yeah,
go.
they're not gonna go.
Oh, I don't have faith in New York.
Well, you hate Lundqvist.
I don't hate him. He's so,
I think
Ransom,
Rangers
man.
are going to be on
he's so
that
handsome,
like a
man.
stiff
That hair.
too.
It's
don't know.
interesting, and like again, now we look to say even Edmonton,
Yeah.
another team of
Philly,
ours
too.
who we
That's
enjoyed
another
there.
team.
Anaheim's not going anywhere, clearly. So
So hold on. So the finish, all you guys are less than 50%, like 10%, let's say.
I would not even give them that.
Yeah.
just because the
Damn.
the rest of the field,
I'm
you can't
literally-
take 50% on one team.
It's not to say I don't want them to do it.
Yeah,
It's just that like I
I would
feel
love
like
Opie to get a ring.
there's so many other teams like we're saying that are going to step up and make things more like they Leafs took them to 6, man. Think about that. A rookie team.
I know.
Like that doesn't show well
Philadelphia
for
just
them.
they lucked into a top 3 pick,
Which is
If they
ridiculous.
find
I
if they,
cannot
if they
believe
find a
that. So
goalie with their D,
ridiculous.
Philadelphia could be in the conference final 2 years from now.
It's so
Well,
messed up.
they were in the.
Don't they have don't they have Carter
Not that
Hart?
long ago too.
Yep.
Yeah, they have Carter Hart come up the pipe, so they could have a goal in the next 3 years.
There you go.
Yep.
I mean,
That's a team that should have gone to Bishop, but anyway.
honestly, you'd have been a nice fit there.
Yeah.
They could go for Fleury.
And well, Pennsylvania rival
I
heading
don't
off to
know
Philly.
about
Wow.
That'd be
Good.
interesting.
That'd be fun as shit.
Imagine that.
And
Oh, Niskanen went from Pittsburgh to Washington.
That's true. And this is where this
Or pick
fun
two.
conversation
Or pick two.
of all this stuff coming up, potentially with expansion draft and
Very exciting
NHL
time
entry
of the year.
draft.
I'm very excited for that podcast when that all that news
Oh, yeah.
breaks. I'm excited to go tooth and nail with all you guys.
So somebody did mention Bishop, so we can actually break the news. Bishop signing with Dallas, 6 years, $29.5
I
million.
feel like they need it though. Like they just gave him the money because they didn't have anyone else.
Yeah,
to go
I'm not so
for.
shocked by this signing.
Yeah.
as
No,
anyone
because,
else
like,
is.
I knew Dallas was gonna do
I think
something.
Niemi and
Dallas-
Lettinen were just a tire
Dallas
fire last year, man.
misread the rule. There's a floor on the team, not a floor on the goalie. You don't have to spend $45 million.
No, they had one season with Niemi and oh god, they didn't want another season.
It was
of that.
brutal, man. Like I don't know what the hell they were
Very
thinking.
It's a
Like,
decent move, but it handcuffs them because now they have to buy out Niemi, which again puts more money on the cap.
but here's my issue. Like last season, what the hell were you going into the year with two supposed number one
Two
goalies
number two goalies.
at $6 million a year?
Yeah, I don't know what they're
Each.
thinking,
Not even
man.
number
No, they're
two
both
now.
at 5, aren't they?
I thought they were
Four and a
6.
half.
No, they're both at
Five.
like 5.
Yeah.
Combined, they're like 11 million. or
Either
something
way,
like
man,
that.
that's fucking way too much to have.
It was.
For one
Wow.
goal, and then strapped them for their forwards. Indeed, they
And
couldn't
they-
make any
well,
Well, their
acquisitions at
defense
all.
were hemorrhaging
And they
last year.
combined for like a 3 goals against average.
Oh
and
my!
an 8,
No, I think it was
9,
more, man. It's like
percentage or
3-6, 3-7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Absolutely
pull up the,
ridiculous.
Probably like
contracts
7. Are
here.
you kidding? Their defense was horrible.
I think it was a
Goaltending
necessary
horrible.
move.
It
Yeah,
was necessary.
You paid a little bit for it, but I mean,
But they had to give a
But
lot
it's
of terms
honestly
to get it
it's
cheaper
better
than
than
cap
going
too.
back to Niemi
Okay,
and Lettinen.
so Kari Lettinen 5.9 for the next 2 years,
6 million, I told
Oh
you.
my God.
and Niemi 4.5 for the next 2 years.
So there you go.
Okay.
Bouncing
so
out
just over
right in the
10
middle.
mil.
So like
Yeah.
I said, combined was 11. But I
he's
didn't know
right,
it was up to 6 on that.
So
I'm
Dallas
with-
needs to pull like a Lou Lamoriello and just
They're
tell
all
one
in
of the
the
goalies to
first.
go home.
You go
Take
play.
your money, go
You
home.
go play for the Iowa Stars now and go away.
Does Lou pull something out of his ass, take one of them, and then throw them on a Robot Island?
yeah, we'll take your 3rd overall pick, dude.
Right? Take a high pick because Dallas has a high pick now. Right? Take like a 2nd round pick plus an Emmy and throw them in fucking
Fly them over to Robert
Island.
Right
Not a-
there with Lupul.
It's not a bad idea, right?
Yeah, I like the little
I like that.
Horton Lupul
No,
Robert
yeah,
Island.
Horton.
Yeah, I mean, if he can make it happen.
If anybody
Why
can
not?
do it, Lou can do it.
Well, considering we're playing on house cash right now.
And you tell Dallas you don't have to eat any money.
Yeah,
take
no,
it.
we
take
could
it.
we could take it in its entirety and still go sign people in free
Exactly.
agency.
So that's a legit play. Like all joking aside, the Leafs are that team that can do that.
Absolutely, and that's what they were saying. The Leafs might have done at the deadline, but I guess they never found anything that made sense for them to pull
Yeah.
off.
I knew there was going to be more summer heavy on the
Oh
deals.
yeah, and we've been stressing it how many times now? Like, dude, there's so much to talk
it's
about,
ridiculous.
and it's freaking fantastic. And I mean, we have it coming up for football too,
Oh, God.
baseball season. Chom, I think we're due for a baseball podcast.
Oh fuck yeah!
Jays are turning around right now.
It blows my mind. Last time we talked about it, fucking Reds were leading the MLB.
It's
So to give you
so ridiculous,
hindsight of what's happened.
absolutely ridiculous. But boys, we will reconvene going into the finals. Hopefully, maybe some more trades, some more free agent movements, maybe some more rumors going on. We have some more talk. But But gentlemen, thanks again for joining us. Well, Tom, want to close this one off?
Nah.
No, just no.
No?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to like keep it twirling, if you want to keep it swinging, keep it clapping, keep it
Keep it out of
rolling.
Sally's cooch. How's that?
Yeah. keep it.
Look, I gotta go
ointment.
fucking play some ointment, okay? Keep it twirling.